exit. Holding on to treasures, lusting after pleasures. I become addicted to this feeling under pressure. I get plenty loot these days, I swear I never let up. It's embedded in my genetics, like nice clothes and seeing where the night goes. Lately when the lights slow, I just get like light bulbs. Attempted to right wrongs, I carry a light load. I travel the right roads, I see how the dice roll. I talk that you need to hear, tell it how I'm dealing with it. They been on that silly shit, I rap to pay the billies. Trying to see I'm nearly here, out your flossing plenty big. I don't want no bust down wrist, I'd rather save my innocence. Miss when we would Kool-Aid sip, cops outside the church. Out here in the field, they pull it off the hip and empty clip. I'm talking cryptic, telling me we bought a bigger grip. Pops is playing the beat scene on the bigger, better things. I'm in the classroom cutting up, acting like the bigger kids. My hood was really everything. The bros was more than tenants here. I was barely tenant. Couldn't kick a flip for sisters copped it within dip to thought to steal that. See what we've been dealing with. Let's get broad, it's filthy here. Hate the fact that I wasn't surprised to hear when Chris got killed. Like I'm barely fitting things. Fuck about me fitting and keep you at a distance. You do like seasons always disappear.
I believe in Tuesday and Wednesday. It's been a few days since we had FaceTime. No, it's cliche. My time is Thursday. I miss the old days. I need a replay. I hit your line on Tuesday and Wednesday. It's been a few days since we had FaceTime. No, it's cliche. My time is Thursday. I miss the old days. I need a replay. You could catch me laying in the flowers, lungs full of them vapors, losing track of hours. Your lip balm on my taste buds, laying in the flowers, lungs full of them vapors. My mind been hella clouded.
Who am I complaining? My life is barely tainted. My daddy made it almost nice, my mom did no complaining. The homies from the block would always tell me that I make it. That I made it through the classes, dog. We rapped at graduation. That bred infatuation for a life that I was made to think that I would not obtain. It's only entertaining, right? But that's the motivation. Now it's more or less occupation. Way less by what I'm making, though it's nice to make you payment. Much more for any stranger pressing play cause they relating. No, I don't need the credit. I just wanna see you make it to the world so out of pocket. Down for the praise is really not someone to talk. I'm out here trying to leave my mark and find how best to play the cards I've dealt without losing my heart. I always had the vision far-sighted. Lately it feel like my life some like a movie where I might just play a part. Always in it for the art, my nigga, that was from the start of this. I said I never changed, still empathetic, still split the credit. All of that because of inner weapons. Lately I've been counting many blessings for the lesson learned, the problems I collected. I've been skipping school and I've been tested. I become a finder when I feel depressive. I've been gaining traction but I feel accepted. I've been running in place, I'll never show my face. I just wanna take my peace, y'all in the day. All I wanna do is celebrate. I'll never pump my brake with the legal gas, got my eyes low. Losing gripping like the wheel spinning at the sideshow. Turn a hater to a crater, tell them they could die slow. Respond as a better you, let's see how far you go. Get your O's from the cove, I'm putting on for the coast. I'm at your throat, trying to see the foreign soil, hoping that might help me grow. I'm just barely scraping by, feel like my life is prophesied. I'm shooting way up past the jets, the only fear is the decline. I'm just moving like the tides, why I end up no one knows. I'm trying to take it worldwide from the single lane
Tuesday and Wednesday. It's been a few days since we had FaceTime. No, it's cliche. My time is Thursday. I miss the old days. I need a replay. I hit your line on Tuesday and Wednesday. It's been a few days since we had FaceTime. No, it's cliche. My time is Thursday. I miss the old days. I need a replay. You could catch me laying in the flowers, lungs full of them vapors, losing track of hours. Your lip balm on my taste buds, laying in the flowers, lungs full of them vapors. My mind been hella clouded.
What up? What up? Welcome to the MALEROOM show. Yo, let me introduce the crew real quick, man. All right. Hey, we got Rollo. We got my man AB the Dent. And I'm your chef, Tay Biz. One time. You feel me? Hey, fellas, can I do something real quick?
You gotta ask HR.
Can I let the beat drop?
Go ahead, let that beat drop. Let that beat drop, brother.
Yo, what up, fellas? What's going on with you, man?
Man, we are here.
What it do?
We are here.
We are back, baby.
We are back. We are in the building right now.
I love
We
it.
in here. We in here.
Yes,
We
sir.
in here.
We in here,
We
man.
in here.
What's going on with y'all, man? How y'all been?
I'm good, man. The last hour and a half was crazy, but we made it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know what we do, man? We turn,
We came together
we
and we made it happen. You know what I'm
we
saying?
make
made it work.
things happen, man. That's what we do, man. Yes, what we
Hey
do.
Hence,
man, if they
y'all.
don't know,
Hey,
man. We put a lot into this, man. We do a
We
lot
put
of
a lot of
behind the
work in,
scenes,
bro.
dog.
Yeah.
You know, technical difficulties, writing, scripting, working, trying to figure out what we talking about all week.
Yeah.
all of
It
that.
takes a lot to come with these 2.5. So
Yeah,
I hope
man.
All
y'all
of that.
enjoy it.
You see, y'all boy Rob has a new setup today. This was not. This was by default. This was kind of
But
what
this
had
is a
to
good
happen.
setup.
But my boys,
Shout out
my
to the
boys,
setup.
my boys. The squad reaffirmed me like, Rob, you might want to keep it like this, man. That's kind of dope. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Awesome, man. I had to get that same background just because you doing, man. I had to. Hey, no, we in
yeah.
there.
Shout out. It's
Shout out
it's
to
it's good. It's good to have brothers in the tech field.
yeah.
We've been working for.
Really?
We've been we've been working for. Yeah. Okay. Shut up. I know where you. I
Now
know.
we know.
I know where
Now
you.
we know
Now we
I
get
know
off
where you
topic.
go. I
Now
know
we
where
get
you're
off
going with
topic.
it.
too
I
analytical.
know where. Hey,
Okay.
I know where y'all going with it. I be calling them nerds and shit, but these two are the smartest
So,
dudes in my life.
him and me. Yep. Him and me.
See,
But it's all love. It's like it's they.
gotta be more
Y'all know
careful.
these are two of the smartest dudes I know on this planet. So we've been trying to figure out. I was having some issues with my PC, but we went ahead and said we're gonna keep it rolling and switch it up, and we here, man. Y'all know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey
we do
man,
this.
Thank
We
you
do
to
this.
shout
yeah.
out to everybody that's watching the show right now, man. We appreciate the mailroom carriers, man. They be holding us down, fellas. They be holding us
They
down.
really
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They
So
really do.
we
They
appreciate the
really
mailroom
do.
carriers. Here we go. We got a mailroom carrier from last season. Here we go.
What's up,
What up,
Sean? What's
Sean?
going on, Sean?
What up, baby girl? Listen, we appreciate you all. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? What I've been really trying to push, I did it last season. I'm gonna try to do it this season too. I want to push moderators. You know what I'm saying? Because we're about to grow in a way that's we're about to grow fast this year. So we had a
Mm-hmm.
late start last season. You know what I'm saying? But we coming out the gate with new stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so we definitely want to make sure that everybody is tuned into us. You know what I'm saying? So it's all love. Like we definitely want to make sure that we keep the mail room carriers with us. So that way, another mailroom carrier. Hey, what up, Sabrina? What up, though?
What
Sabrina,
up,
what up?
though?
What
We
up? What up,
appreciate it.
Back,
Sabrina?
We
baby.
appreciate it. Hey, so we want y'all to be a part, man. Like, so because
Yeah,
when we start growing, these chats gonna be real fast. So,
it's
we
gonna be
want to make
heated.
sure that we keep everybody in the loop,
Look like
man.
an
But thank you
ESPN
so much
ticker
for
with
the
it. You know what I'm
support.
saying? We trying to get on the ESPN ticker level. You know what I'm saying?
You feel what
Yeah,
I'm
You know what I'm
saying, though?
saying?
We trying to get
Just
there,
back to
man.
back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure. So, I just wanted to I wanted to say that starting off on the show, man. But hey, man, Rollo, you know
yeah.
how it is, man. It's on you, baby.
Yeah,
Let's
hey,
go, bro.
once again, man, again, salute to my brothers. We are here. Welcome to season 2, episode 2. Again, just to kind of go off what Tay said, we thank y'all so much, man, because y'all know what it is. Without y'all, there's no us. It just don't work. It just don't. It don't. So
Mm.
we love and appreciate y'all. We got a good show today. We got some really, really dope topics, as I always say every week, but I mean it every week. Y'all know what I'm saying? So, fellas, with that being
Mm-hmm.
said, man, we are here again for conversation camaraderie to discuss topics that are so relevant to men and women in society today. And this show is really gonna be a reflection of that. Me and my brothers,
Mm-hmm.
we gonna get it going in a major way. We lost Tay for a second, but he'll be back.
Damn.
Oh,
It's what it is. It's what
it
it
is
is.
what it is. We'll catch him. Oh, there, hey, hey, there you
Hey,
go. There you
hey,
go.
hey,
Hey, there
hey,
you go.
hey,
There you go.
hey,
There you
hey,
go. There you go. There you
there
go.
you go.
Yeah. But again, man, we thank y'all so much for being here with us, man. We appreciate everybody tapping into the live show. If you don't see us now, y'all see us later. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, fellas, as we
Embark.
Embark.
on another round table that has turned into the mailroom show, let us never, ever forget the foundation that is our Trinity. Let's get it. Let's
Sure.
go.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Salute, baby.
Salute.
Salute.
So, yo, just real quick, hey Sean, if you want to be a moderator, email the mailroom 313 at yahoo.com. Email us with your YouTube name. If it's this, then we can go ahead and put it on there, and then I can add you to the moderator list from YouTube. So make sure you give us that information, okay? Appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate
Mm-hmm.
everyone that would like to be our moderator. We're gonna get it going. Y'all ready, fellas?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
All right, man. First topic tonight, man. It's a good one right here. Should millennial men become more assertive in today's society? Should millennial men become
Mhm.
more
Mm.
assertive in today's society?
Hmm.
Man,
Mm.
coming
You
out
talking
with the
about
heavy
us?
hitter. I'm talking about us. I'm
Yeah, I
talking
guess
about
we're
us.
talking about us, right?
I think
We in
we
that,
pretty.
right? That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
the.
we talking about us.
we in that. We in that. We
What's
in
the
that.
age range we talking about? Let's clarify, man. I know
Well,
they
well,
everybody say millennials. Let's just make it a fact
millennials
before we
are
move on.
1980 to 1992.
All right.
That's
Not
millennials. That's the
nineteen
actual millennial age.
eighty to 1990. Okay, that's us.
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um. Yeah, I definitely feel and I'm gonna kind of correlate this with a lot of the content that's been out over these last couple of years about the demasculation of men. Now it takes on many different contexts and many different views, but I do feel that in today's society we have to commit ourselves back to ourselves and assert who we are, what we want, where we are in our life, in every aspect, not even just women. But in particularly, with the, where our show goes, I think especially with women nowadays, we have to be more assertive. We have to let them. We have to our voices are loud, men. Our voices are loud, but we have to display that. So I think in every avenue, and particularly in our interactions with women, we have to assert ourselves. We have to assert who we are. We have to assert what we want, and we have to do it consistently. You know,
Hmm.
it can't just be towards. It can't be halfway. You know what I'm saying? It can't be with a woman that, okay, I like her. I don't want to intimidate her. I like her. I don't want to show her this side of me to scare her off. No. We gotta be ourselves in every form. And a man is assertive. A man should be assertive in every aspect, man. I definitely feel that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so I wanna bring some context real quick when it comes to assertiveness because I think everybody has a certain definition of it. Um,
Absolutely.
so let's go with the actual definition of what it is, and I'll put it up real quick. So being
Mm-hmm.
assertive means that you're having or showing a confident and forceful personality is what
Mm.
assertiveness is.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
when it comes to being assertive, having and showing confidence, um, the forceful personality part is not necessarily a bad thing. It depends
Mm-hmm.
on what narrative you're forcing. Like if you
Okay.
forcing something that's abusive, then that's not assertiveness. That's abuse.
Yep.
Right.
But
Right.
if
Right.
you're forcing something that has a standard to it, that's good for not just you, but for people that's around you, then being assertive would be something that a man needs to be. I think we should, as men, in our millennial era and who we are, we're the dying breed. Like after the generation before us, it was us. We're that mixture of old school, new school. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
if we don't be assertive and confident and show that we can lead, then we're gonna fall. We're gonna our society is gonna fall. And that's exactly what's happening right now, in my opinion. Like I'm looking at what I'm my observation is this. I'm looking at this and it's like men are becoming weaker in our
Mm-hmm.
society. Why? Because they are adopting the effeminate portion of themselves that they're exerting way more than they should.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, your emotion as a man, for all intents and purposes, it doesn't matter to an extent. Like you're supposed to, if a man is supposed to provide, which is what we're supposed to do. You don't just provide money. You
Right.
provide more than
Mm-hmm.
that.
Right.
There's
Right.
wisdom, teaching. There is a discipline that comes with a man. And if that man does not exert that discipline, then he's not capable of leading. The problem is a lot of women choose men like that and want them to be what they want them to be, but he can't be
Mm-hmm.
that. It's not because he don't want to, he don't have the ability to.
Hmm.
You picked the
Mm-hmm.
wrong guy.
Yeah.
Millennial men, we need to stand up. I'm very passionate about this. We need to stand up because we're taking hits that we don't need to take.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We
I
we
feel you.
allowing things that we shouldn't allow, all because we
Mm-hmm.
want to feel accepted by a society that don't accept us in the first place.
Do you feel that, Tay? Do you feel that some men nowadays are using their assertiveness in the wrong way?
Yeah, absolutely. They're using it as a way to be entitled instead of being earned.
Yeah.
You got to earn your way. As a man, every man know that he got to earn his way in society. Just because you a man don't mean you are susceptible to all the good things in society. No, you got to earn your way. This is the reason why men create our value. This is the reason why. This is the reason why women are attracted to men like that because we have
Hmm.
to create our value. A
Mm-hmm.
woman's value is different from a man.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, we have to create our value. We have to show and earn our way in society. Not because not because we don't feel capable at certain times. It's literally because that's the way we're wired to be.
Mm-hmm.
We are wired to be that way. That's the reason why we get better jobs. We try to earn more money. We try to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We try to get a better car. We try to do all these things because we know our value is not in our looks. Our value is in our character.
Mm-hmm.
Women's value is in their looks. If a woman look really beautiful to you, she can get whatever she want. If you a certain type of man,
Mm-hmm.
and she
That's
ain't even
real.
got to listen. She ain't even got to do nothing.
That's
You don't
real.
need to get to know her or nothing. Just because she fine, you gonna give her some attention. Cause
That's
her
real.
beauty, her value is in her beauty. Now,
Oh,
when her
we getting
beauty
into that
don't get,
later.
yeah, when her beauty, yeah, I'm going right there. I'm right in the building.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right in the building.
Here we
If her
Jay
go.
if
like
her beauty
Jay,
don't match the
Jay said, "Here
value
we
that we
go."
deem, if
Mm.
her beauty don't match that value that we deem valuable, then we not gonna talk to her.
Hmm.
That is facts.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is
There
facts.
is not one man on this panel that hollered at an ugly chick because he thought she was a thoughtful, nice, caring woman. You didn't know her. You didn't know
It's
her.
not. It's not in my mind when I first
It's
walk
not
up.
even in your mind. I wonder what her character is like. You don't care about that until after she fine.
No.
Facts.
When you fine as hell, then I care about your character.
Right.
When you ain't
At least
fine,
at least the mature man's supposed to.
exactly. That's just the nature of a man. Men value beauty. And when a woman is beautiful, she has access to that man's resources.
Mm-hmm.
So if that man is a millionaire or not, if he owns a car or not, he gonna pick her up, he gonna take her out, he gonna spend money, he gonna do what it is because he values her beauty.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what a man gonna do.
Mm.
If we say if we are saying the opposite, it's all cap.
Yeah.
All the people that's watching right now, ladies and gentlemen, men value beauty. That's the reason why ugly men can get fine women. Because she see value in him that's outside of his looks. Because a man's looks don't matter.
In some cases.
It doesn't matter.
Some cases.
Listen, no.
I feel what you're saying though. I see the thought.
Yeah, I see the avenue you're taking. I see the avenue you're taking.
Yeah.
I've had a woman that said, "Oh, I don't like big guys. I don't like it." But she got to know me. She saw value in me. Yeah, that ended up being a total different situation. The very thing she said she don't like, she was all into. And JB saw her on my porch tripping.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I
know the reference. Yeah.
It's all cap.
Yeah.
It's all cap. Once a woman gets to know a man, and she feel comfortable with that man, and she can actually rely on his masculinity, it don't matter how he looks. See, that's the assertiveness we need to have as men. You think it's about the way you look. Nigga, it ain't about the way you look. It's about the way you carry yourself that makes you a man. Don't no woman want to be with a man that's in the mirror more than her?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Exactly.
I just had a friend tell me that, so that's true.
You feel me?
That is facts.
Women don't want that.
Yeah.
Although, like, I don't care. I need some time to shape up my goatee. That's the only amount of time I need.
Yeah,
and
right.
shave my head. That's it. Once I shave this and this, I'm out the bathroom. That's it. Right. But you know I gotta keep it together. But go ahead. Yeah. My bad. Yeah.
So women have an aesthetic. Women who have an aesthetic appetite, they don't understand men's character. Yeah. That's the reason why it don't work for them the same way it works for us. When they see a handsome man, they think he's a good man because he's handsome, and I like him, and I'm attracted to him. No, ma'am. It doesn't work that way for you. Yes, it is a double standard. Get over it. It's a double standard for a reason, because we don't have the same value. A man's value and a woman's value is totally different things, and we need to understand and accept the fact that we're different. You're not going to make as much money as me. You know why? Because I work harder than you. I'm willing to work 24 hours a day, every day if I need to. You can't do that because you might get pregnant, you might get sick, you might get what? There's so many caveats to a woman. But for a man, he's built to take care of what it is that he's responsible for. And if that man is not doing it, then you picked the wrong guy and you got to take that L. If we have to take an L, you have to take an L too. Society don't care. Society doesn't care. We all got to take L's at some point in our lives, and you have to. And the L that you have to take is the lesson. What did you learn from your mistake?
Right.
That's the reason why men need to be more assertive, and men need to know who they are as men. Stop carrying yourself in this soft ass pussy way because you want somebody to adopt your mind. No, be a man and stand on what it is that you say you are. If you are saying something different, then don't be that.
Hey Jay, he warned us before the show. We ain't listen. Go ahead, bro.
Man, we ain't listen.
We ain't listen.
Man, it was a copyright. He forwarded the NDA, but I ain't even opened it. We ain't even
opened it.
I should have just read it at least. You know that fine print can get you in trouble.
We just put it on the kitchen table.
It's just wild.
We put it on the kitchen table for later.
He was going in like
he said it.
He was going in like jelly in a punchki, and we didn't listen though. You know what I'm saying?
He said it.
It is what it is.
Where you at, Jay? If you got anything,
This is what I think, though. I don't even,
if you,
I ain't got much. I ain't got much after that, man. This
I
boy
think
came in
so.
hot, man.
All right, we're gonna go
Damn,
right to
man.
the next topic.
They getting rid of flaming hot flavored chips, man. They trying to get rid of it because it's
Just
bad
to
for you.
let you
They
know,
just come
Tay,
in with that flavor off the top.
they about to discontinue
It's
those.
crazy. It's about this king flavor hot chips, man. You gotta stop coming in hot like that, dog.
I'm just saying.
Nah. We all got our piece, and we all need to speak. You right. The one thing I just wanted to add to that, man, what I think, as far as the assertion of men, man, I think it's a lot of imposition that happens, and that's why they take other avenues and not being assertive. You know what I mean? I think they're being imposed about the idea of being sensitive. You know what I'm saying? I think that they have a lot of emotional background to themselves that they haven't fixed, and this is going to your last point, that they haven't fixed with themselves to be that man that they should be.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They got daddy issues, mama issues, some type of family type of thing that nobody been behind them and all that type of stuff that makes you becomes this sensitive guy. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't need to be. I think that needs to be addressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you have to do as an individual first. Fix that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a man. I agree with Tay said. You got to fix that. But the imposition in society is what is another counterpart to that too. Because women want the whole bag.
Yeah.
Women want the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? They want the whole thing. They want you to be the man, security, protective, that type of thing. But then they want you to be sensitive enough to buy flowers and care about their day and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole bag, right? On top of the $100,000 salary with the work ethic and religion, you got to be a God-fearing man too. See, you get so caught up in that type of stuff, it becomes an imposition. You know what I'm saying? Imposing. You ever had somebody impose on you? Imposing. That's like somebody leaning on you like forever. That's imposing themselves in your space. Like, you know what I mean? Like you get that, then you tend to adapt that type of stuff, and you tend to think the more of, you know what I'm saying, the more of attending to your feelings rather than ABC or logistics, then you become that type of person. You become a follower. You become simplistic. Ergo, that's where the simp theory comes from. That's you become that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I believe that because the millennial time period that you talked about, that time period is the millennial, age range of all us that was in that age range. You know what I'm saying? We was in an age of adaptability. We was in that type of age. Like we had the old school that we adapted. We had the way of societies we adapted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear our music with the millennial music right now, it's cut from an old 70s, 80s cut, mostly 80% of the time. Because we're adapting. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're adapting to that. We are embracing what our former generation taught us, parents, grandparents, we embrace that, but we have our own thing. We just fused it together to make us the millennials that we are. We need to stick to that. You know what I'm saying? Because the generation after us, and this is just my opinion, the generation after us is just willy-nilly, on demand, whatever the case may be, feelings first type of scenario. Ergo, that's why you got the generation of society you have right now.
Facts.
So then we had to go ahead and protect that. We have to protect people's feelings now. We have to make laws based on that. See, it went that way. This is why the question that we're posing now, that women, not men, women, but women too, women and men needs to be assertive from that millennial society, needs to be assertive in today's society, because today's society will have you go left and right all over the place.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Rather than the what your daddy taught, what your grandfather was about, and all that, trying to infuse that into the liberative person that you are, and just make it a thing. You just try to start listening to, you know what I'm saying, who is in this new era, and all of a sudden you want people to, you know what I'm saying, you want to adapt to that. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. You know what I'm saying? You're going to leave out the necessity of what a man should be if you continue not to follow in an adaptation that you once believed in. That's just me. That's just my thing. And I think that needs, because it's an imposition that happens in society. Society poses everything on the current trend of everything. They just impose it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you remember, you know what I'm saying? Like, the social media era was an imposition. Now it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't You know what I'm saying? If you don't be on, so you ain't got, what I mean? Like, people only conversate through IG now.
Mm-hmm.
It was an imposition. It just
Mm-hmm.
was. You know what I'm saying? It's just that type of thing. And society moves in that way. So, it'll move. The woman movement. It moved them to this independent. I don't have to care about nothing. I don't need a man for it. Moved it into that scenario. You know what I'm saying? Society is an
But
imposition in itself.
and you,
Oh,
Jay,
yeah,
that was a dope point. That was a dope point he just made because I was just about
absolutely.
to mention. I was just about to mention. I saw this video earlier. I was just scrolling through Facebook and I came on this video. Of this woman talking about how women. First of all, she said that us men, and I said this right before I started talking, is where I got it from. Man, we have this powerful voice, and we're letting people know, we're letting women know how we feel and what we want. And then she went on to mention, but us women, we're mad about it. And we're upset about it because we're not meeting what they want. We're not meeting what they need. We want to get upset when women want to get upset when us men let them know who we are and what we need, and we have this blueprint of what a woman should be to us. But when they don't meet it, that's when their voices want to be heard. That's when they want to
Mm.
get upset. That's when they want to speak out on what Jay just mentioned, and their femininity. And I don't need no man. I don't need this because if that's how you feel, I don't need this. I don't need that. And that's where society has brought us today too. Kind of to go along with what Jay is saying. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
Right.
saying? We just forgot everything is so sensitive. It's almost like nobody. It's like nobody can say anything.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we should because it's we forget that once what somebody says and what somebody goes through and what they want to relate to you about themselves, they're saying it because first of all they've been through something to get them there, and they probably been through somewhere they was in a situation where dang I should have went ahead and let this be known about me and put this in play so things can maybe go a little bit smoother or go according to the way I see it happening in order for it to work out however way best is going to work out. But
Mm-hmm.
Right.
instead, we all
Right.
we hear is oh, they're saying this, but I'm not that. They have this, but I don't have that. So I'm going to go against it, or I'm going to be upset at it. I just can't hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
That's the reason why is because a lot of people create fictional images about themselves without
yes,
any real help.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to be able
Yeah.
to listen. This is just me, and hey, it is what it is. Everyone should submit themselves to someone that's more capable than you when it comes to life skills. Your life skills, your life skills are
That's so
very
much.
important to your
That's
progression.
facts, man. Yeah.
The only way you can progress is if you have someone more capable to tell you, hey, the way
Mm-hmm.
you think about yourself is incorrect. You are not who you think you are. And you need to accept that.
That's
If you
facts,
can't
man. You learned
accept it, that's
everything
a
else.
personal problem and it has
Right.
nothing to do with the next man or woman that you deal with.
Mm-hmm.
As
Mm-hmm.
men need to be assertive with other men.
Mm-hmm.
Strong men need to be assertive against weak men.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
We need to
Yeah.
stop punishing
Mm-hmm.
women for our thing.
hmm
It
Right.
starts with
Right. Right.
us.
Yeah. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
the oil drips from the head down and don't go from the feet up.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So if you want to be crowned as the king of your house, then you need to act like it. If you can't act like it, then
Mm-hmm.
don't get married. Don't be with a woman.
Right.
Don't do
Right.
nothing.
Stop acting like it. That's
Stop
facts.
acting like you
Yeah.
that man and you not.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta, if you're gonna be an assertive man, you have to
Mm-hmm.
do it strategically. And if you don't have the
Mm-hmm.
life skill, you need to submit yourself to somebody else who has a better life skill than you.
That's right. Yeah.
Stop acting
Yeah.
like you can fix yourself. You can't. It's too
hmm
much
Mm-hmm.
wrong with you.
Yeah.
You're too
And
messed
that's
up to
yeah.
fix yourself. You have nowhere to start.
Yeah.
Where you gonna start? How you gonna start?
Right.
You
Right.
need
And then you
somebody
get
to
into
help
the
you.
relationships. You get into these relationships, and all of a sudden, you want them to fix you,
You
or you
gotta
want them to band-aid your issues.
exactly,
You know what I'm saying? So
exactly,
that's not
Jay.
fair. Yeah.
Exactly, Jay. And it's not fair to the person that
Yep.
you got interest with. That's the
Yeah.
reason why you got to find somebody that's more skilled than you to help you navigate your life the proper way so that way you can make better decisions. The reason why your decisions is messed up is because you messed up. Decisions come from you. The choices you made came from you. And if you don't have the humility to understand that you're not where you think you are, then you got a bigger problem than what we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't date you if you got that kind of problem. You that arrogant to think that you don't need help? Something's wrong with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Something is wrong
That's
with
on
you.
both sides, bro.
That's
That's on
on
both
both
sides.
sides. And pride comes before destruction. And a haughty spirit comes before a fall. You're going to fall because you think you got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway. You ain't got the answers. So you ain't got the answers. And guess what?
Right.
Sway had the answer all along.
All along, it came to
Because
fruition.
you too arrogant. As much as we love Kanye West, he was too arrogant to receive help from someone that don't make as much money as him.
As with a lot of
He
people, yep.
thought,
With
oh, because
society
I make
today.
more money than you, I'm smarter than you. No, you bent over more than he did. You compromised yourself. That's the reason why you got where you at. On top of your talent and everything else. But when you start compromising you and started bending over to the people who you said was against you, you did whatever they said and you still didn't get what you wanted. You know why? Because you are not capable. You need help.
Right. Yeah.
You need help. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how many trips you go on. And women love to do that. Yeah, girl, I'm at Cabo San Lucas. I'm in it. Don't nobody care. No one cares. The only reason why you're saying it is to stunt because that's your security. You feel secure in the fact that you're successful in a carnal way, but your carnality is not successful. It's
That's
egregious at best.
Yeah, at best. I'm behind you, my boy.
And you want me to take you out to a 5-star restaurant and spend $100, $200 on dinner to make you feel good about yourself? You can get. I'm sorry.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Mew, mew, mew. Mew, mew.
Had to catch myself for a second.
Damn.
It got serious for a minute.
It got serious. That's real facts, man. You know what I'm saying? Only when you obtain the originality of you, only when you set and know yourself is when, you know what I'm saying, you approach a woman that says, I need this, that, and the other, that you can retact and be like, you know what, no, I need this, that, and the other. That's the only way you can do that, man. You have to be founded in yourself. That's the only way you can do that. And if you do not do that, you will trail down that snowball mountain to the simp that everybody wants to avoid. If you can't fix yourself, that's just what it is.
Woo! Wait! Don't go there yet! Don't go there yet! Don't go there yet! Don't go there yet!
Alright, I'm sorry.
Don't do it yet!
Okay. My bad.
Alright. God damn it, Jay!
I'm sorry, man.
Woo! Man!
Hey,
Tay did it, man. Tay dabbed me up. That's my man. 20
He
years,
gave us,
man. He started talking.
gave us
like,
water.
I feel you.
I told you I was ready today, and y'all didn't.
To all of our viewers, do y'all see what I deal with for the last 10 plus years? Every single day. I'd be sitting here like, let's go. I feel you, my boy. That's how I get.
You know what?
Hey, shout out to everybody that's watching. To everybody that's watching, real quick. Hey, put in your thoughts about should the millennials be more aggressive. I want to know. I want to hear. Just like I know Robbie was going to say that or not. I didn't mean to cut you off, but please go ahead and put your comments about the subject. Let's talk about it.
Absolutely. And
just yes or no. Yep.
Also, with this is the thing that men need to understand is that there is no barometer of care when it comes to how you move. There's no
Okay.
barometer of care with that.
Mhm.
Only when you mess up is when the barometer hit. But if you do good, no one looks at you. That's why you got to do what you do for you. You cannot worry
Mm-hmm.
about what other people think when you're a man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got to do. If you got a family, any man out there that's listening to us today, if you got a family, you got to do what you got to do for your family. Who cares what other people think?
Mm-hmm.
You got to
Mm-hmm.
do what's necessary to make sure that your family. You know why? Because your family is your actual society. It's not about other things. We major in minors and we minor in majors.
Facts. That is real. That
Yeah,
is real.
okay. It's like what when you ask a
Jack
person,
of all trades, master of none.
if you ask, let me ask you a question, fellas, and then we just kicking it. Let me ask you a question.
Mm.
Have you ever talked to a woman and you ask her what her deal breakers is, and the first thing she says is, "I don't want a man that lie."
Damn.
Mm.
They all say the same thing, and guess what? They the biggest liars of all time. You wearing
Damn.
heels, you're not that tall. You got weave on, that's not your real hair. You got fake nails, that ain't your real nails. Everything about you is a lie, but you want me to tell you the truth. Man, get out of here with that, dog.
Hey
Turn the
Rob,
camera
yo
Miss
off.
me with
segue,
that.
brother.
Yeah, let's
Yo
turn the
segue,
camera
bro.
off.
Let's take it.
First of all, everybody catch their breath real quick. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to my
Hey.
brother. Shout out to my
Oh.
brother Tay Beard. We
Woo,
hey that hey it
woo.
gets real. It gets real. That topic is
Two,
that's a
two into the three,
I
two
knew
into
that
the
one was gonna
four.
start something.
Then you got
It was
one
gonna
into
start
the
something in one
two,
of my brothers.
two into the
But
three.
real quick, calm down. Real
Woo.
quick before we segue into topic two, just a reminder to everybody, mostly everybody on here that watches every week. Y'all know we have a Q&A portion of the show towards the end, but today we're gonna do something a little different. If you have a
Mm.
Q&A question before the broadcast is over, please go ahead and put it in the chat and mark it Q&A so we can make sure we hit that before the show is over. We're
Let's do
gonna
that
hit that
now.
towards the end. So go ahead, if you got a Q&A question, go ahead and drop it right now. Or if you want to wait till the next couple of topics, just make sure you put it in there before the show is over, so we can go ahead and hit those, man. So that was dope, fellas. One more time on that, man. That was dope. I like that.
Mm.
I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
Love it.
Um,
Love it.
yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We that first topic, kind of hit is almost the rest of the show, but we're gonna go to it anyway, man.
Ooh.
We gonna go
Okay.
into topic two, y'all. We're gonna go into topic two. This is I don't my head all over the place on this, so I know exactly where I am though. Fellas,
Oh, he...
is simping ever justified?
Mm.
Hey.
Is simping
You see, Rob be doing this on purpose.
ever
He do.
justified?
Boy, you know exactly what to say, and
Y'all
then
gave
you
me
back it
this.
Hey.
up.
Y'all gave me this job for a purpose.
I'm
Y'all
trying
gave
to
me this job for a purpose.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
get my
You're
I'm
right.
trying to
You're
be a
right.
little bit more civil,
You are.
but you keep testing me, man.
Let's go
He's,
then. Let's
he
go. You
said
want to answer?
he said
You
that
want to go first?
after he did what he did though. That's funny.
No, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
see what I'm
You
saying?
want to?
Yeah.
You want to go first? You want to go first, Tay?
Let's go. Let's go, Tay. Let's do it.
Oh God, why why
Is
why?
simping ever justified? Is
It's
simping ever justified,
sipping.
my boy?
No.
It's sipping ever justified.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. So let's break this down for a
All
second.
right.
Let's break it down. Here we go.
Let's go.
Here we go. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
You know I love
Mm,
y'all, right? Give me a second.
yeah.
All right. Kablam! A silly or foolish person. A silly or foolish person. That's what a simp is. All right.
Oh wow.
That's exactly what a
And
sip
let me give
is.
you
Yes,
the
sir.
blam.
Ah!
All right. Okay. Go
Derived
ahead and
from
read
the
it, bro.
word simpleton. The popular
Mm-hmm.
term began as a way to mock men who pander to women in an effort to sleep with them.
Mm-hmm.
But over
Mm-hmm.
time, the term has evolved. And simp is now used to refer to anyone who treats a woman with kindness and respect. That's cap.
That's cap.
That's cap.
That's cap. That's
That's
I
cap.
did
cap.
this on
That's
purpose.
cap.
That's cap. I'm gonna
I,
tell you,
I
That's
yeah.
did
cap.
this. I did this on purpose because
Mm,
that is cap. I want to dispel that.
Yes.
Dispel
I
that.
think we
let's go.
all I think we all gonna dispel that one
If he
because that's
compliments her, he's a simp. That's not true.
that's cap. Yep.
Okay,
No.
that's cap. I got one more.
Uh,
Lamb.
all right.
A word.
He
A
said,
word that
"Why did
everyone
they
overuses
go wild like
without the
Tasmanian
correct
devil?"
definition. It means a guy that is overly desperate for women, especially if she is a bad person or has
Woo!
expressed her disinterest in him,
Woo!
whom which he continues to obsess over. I want to talk
Woo!
about this right here. Right
All
Woo!
right,
here is
cool.
what I want to talk about.
Okay,
This
Woo!
right
let's
here.
go. Let's go.
Look at this
Let's go.
definition.
Mm-hmm.
A word that everyone overused. Facts. It means a guy that is overly desperate for a woman. Here's the caveat. Especially if she is a bad person.
Mm,
Yep.
mm.
Especially if she is a bad person. And she also expressed the fact that she don't even like you like that.
Yep.
Right.
And you still want to do everything for her. You know why? It's because you are insecure within yourself, which means it
Mm-hmm.
goes back to the first topic. You
Mm-hmm.
are not assertive. You don't have the confidence. You don't have the
Mm-hmm.
wherewithal to operate as a man.
Mm-hmm.
Who
Mm-hmm.
raised you?
Who raised you?
Who raised you? Because
We dating all these people, man, for what? It's a college class that's about to graduate in June. Every year.
why would I do that?
Why would I do
Why would I
that?
do that? If it's a couple college chicks graduating too, it's a whole new team out here.
It's a whole new team.
You know, but see, that's the thing. So simp behavior is never justified because it comes from rejection. She has already rejected you, and she showed you that she is not who she says she is. So why you keep
Ah,
going after her?
that's the key right there. That's the
Why you
key.
keep going after her? It's
That's the
only
key.
because of your own insecurity that you're doing it. You have so many issues that you need to deal with, but you want to spring them onto another woman. And that's the reason why I have a problem with a lot of people that date. All they do is
Mm,
exchange brokenness. They don't exchange actual things that make sense and substance.
mm,
They exchange brokenness. Why are
mm,
you dating me or why am I dating you when I have no real interest in you? I just want to do the smash thing. That's the reason why I said on After Dark. If we gonna do the smash thing, I can just give you the money. I
So
ain't
we
gotta
have
take you out.
we had a show that was called Mailroom After Dark
Yes, we did.
that we did after dark,
Yes, we did.
and it was a whole full panel of women
It was
versus
a whole
us,
full panel of
and we
women and
talked
everything.
about a
Yes,
lot of
sir.
subjects freely, freestyle. We are doing that soon. I just wanted to imply that because he just
Yes.
mentioned Mailroom After Dark. Go back to the
Yes.
YouTube channel and check out season 1 of Mailroom After
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Dark.
Yeah.
All
Now,
right.
why would I invest my time and money into you when you showed me that all you cared about was the same thing I cared about? If you care about just doing the smash thing, why would I invest more into you when you didn't even give me the value of who you are?
Oh.
You gave me exactly what it is that you want to. But so that way you won't look like a certain type of woman, you want to feed me bull crap
Huh?
so that way I can submit my manhood to you to
Oh.
make you feel better about yourself when that's not my responsibility. It's not my responsibility to make you feel good about yourself. You should be doing that already.
Mm.
But the reason why you can't do it is because you don't know who you are. You want me to tell you who you are, and I'm not telling you. You know why? Because it's
Yep.
not up for me to do that.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, you done already answered the question. I'm not even going to answer the question. I'm going to agree with you and say no, it's not justified, and I'm saying nothing else on that. But I do got a question for Rob, though. I do. I do have a question for him. All right, so why do you think men simp, bro?
Mm, that's a good question.
I'm gonna give a couple different scenarios. Now, I'm gonna give one instance where I think sometimes men don't know they are until a woman shows you. Let me tell you this.
Mm.
You kicking it with a female, right?
Mm.
Everything everything is going everything is going good. Y'all actually have a conversation kind of about where y'all are. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if y'all remember last season, we talked about how men like we really listen to everything you're saying, right?
I love how
We're
that
lis-
sounds. Last
we're
season. I love
listening
how that
to
sounds.
everything. So in the conversation before we start kicking it, we're listening when you say you don't want nothing serious, if that's the case. We're listening when you say you're in a situation already, if that's the case. We're listening when you say I just want to have fun and kick it, whatever is whatever. We hear that. So you kick it with said woman. Everything is cool. Y'all on an even kill. You tell her everything. You basically say you're on the same page. Y'all even kill. Y'all do what y'all do. Y'all hanging out. A little while down the line, she comes at you with something about how much y'all kick it, or how often when we out, or how often you don't ask me out enough, or when if we're gonna do this, like let's try going to this nice fancy restaurant and kick it and do this, and you don't
Ah.
really you don't really meet these things that are coming at you consistently as far as the dating and where y'all go and what you do and
Mm-hmm.
how much money you spend. So you
Mm.
sit back and you think, hmm, well, we're not dating, we are hanging out and kicking it.
Mm.
We've had this conversation already.
Oh my
You
God.
inform her that again. You inform her about your previous conversation,
So
and
y'all
she
just
comes.
exhibitionists.
We exhibitionists. You know, we
Ah.
you know you know
Just having fun, just to have fun.
we in the win. We in the win.
And she
So
said that. Okay.
she said that we're in the
All
win.
right.
But then you're getting these texts and calls about, well, you don't hit me up enough, or last time we was out, or I saw you. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought you might have got me a drink or something like that. Meeting in a mutual place, something like that. Whatever the case is. So
Mm-hmm.
she comes at you with these all of a sudden these little demands, or she comes at you about well, in my eyes, no matter how we doing it, no matter whether we just kicking it or I'm doing this and you're doing that, we're still dating. So I expect you to do this and have this
Mm.
and have that. In that instance, now you see that she looks at you in a simp kind of atmosphere because she expects you to
Mm-hmm.
continue to go along with everything you're doing, and she
Oh.
expects you to kind of act like y'all together, but you're not together.
Right.
She expects you
Mm.
to do certain things as if you're about to move forward when there's no moving forward in sight. In that instance, the
Mm.
man doesn't know that he's on a simp kind of atmosphere, and that right there, it's up to the man to either stop it, maybe even re-explain where y'all were at, or just
Mm.
understand you're simping and just leave it alone altogether.
Mm.
Just leave it alone
Mm.
altogether. Just leave it
Mm.
alone. So in those situations, a man doesn't realize because he assumes what everything that she told you up front, which we listened to, was accurate, and how we've been vibing is on the same page because we both not looking for nothing serious. We both not looking to move forward with this. We two people that connect. We gonna vibe out, have fun, and just do what it do until things switch up. It could be on a man's part, but when it
Mm.
switches up on a
Mm.
woman's part, and
Mm.
she starts expecting more of what you're doing. She's starting expecting you to do more than
Uh,
what you all have been doing. She's expecting to see you more than
mm.
she's been seeing you. She's upset when she doesn't, or she's upset when you don't spend up
Come on,
when you
come
don't
on, come on,
when you
come on
don't
down
when
the
you
line.
don't
Come on down the line, boy.
when you don't spend the amount of money on her, when you don't spend the amount of money on her
Ooh.
that she might be expecting, because
Ooh.
that's what she that's That's what she's used to. Oh, okay.
Mm.
Now you might have been simping, but you thought you were simping on the same level that you knew where y'all was at. The reason why you're not spending as much time with her as she wants to, because you know where y'all at. You know that y'all not going nowhere. You know that y'all not moving forward. So it's just like hitting somebody up randomly. Hey, you want to do this? You want to do that? That's how it
Right.
should be. That's how
Right.
it should be until things shift. And now she wants you to spend more money on her. Now she wants to spend more time with you.
But
Now she
but the
wants.
cap.
Now she wants to go to these 5-star restaurants
Come on
and
now.
things like that. When y'all ain't about to go nowhere after that, but home.
Hey,
Mm.
You're not
Go
moving
ahead, Tay.
forward after that.
hey.
Go ahead, bro. I don't like spicy foods. It's too hot for me. Go.
Y'all not about to go nowhere after that. Y'all done already explained to each
Listen,
other
we can.
where y'all at. Y'all done already explained to
Yeah.
each other where y'all at. We cool.
Yeah.
We there. I'm fine with it. You
Uh
See,
know,
huh.
but see, see,
there's a
but see, but
there's a
peep this.
physical attraction. There's a physical attraction. We go there. It is what it is.
That
I,
Mm.
boy Rob done cooked it all up. He cooked it all
I
up
love it,
because he
and I love it.
exposed. He just exposed the whole thing.
Salute,
Salute, salute,
salute,
salute.
salute, bro. Great breakdown, bro.
You're not even interested in me in like that in the first place.
yep.
You want the
Mm.
same thing. Everybody looked at me like I was goofy on Mailroom After Dark, and I said it. We
Mm.
want the same thing. You want me
Mm.
to wait for some stale crackers? Man,
Mm.
I want them shits right.
Mm.
If I'm gonna eat them,
Mm.
I want them right now. I'm not about to wait.
Mm.
What am I waiting on?
Mm.
What
Yep.
am I waiting on that
For
you
what? What we
did
doing?
not do for
Mm.
yourself before you met me?
What we doing?
Mm.
What we doing?
Mm.
What we doing?
He took off that. He
What
usually
what
be
what
cat,
are we
but
what are we really doing?
he off cat, right?
It was
He took
cap.
off the cap.
I
He
had
took
to
off
take
the
it back.
cap
It was cap.
He took
because
off the
it's
cat.
cap.
You know,
It's
because
cap.
he telling the truth. Telling the truth.
It's
So
cap.
the thing is this is that we need to have a reality check. I think this is a reality check show. Like for some reason,
Oh, it
people
really
people
is.
are people are lost. They in the back of their mind, they think they are so grand and awesome, and it like no, you're not. You're
No.
You're
regular.
not. Mm-hmm.
You're regular.
Mm-hmm.
You're not Ocean Prime level. You
Mm-hmm.
want me to take it
Mm-hmm.
over? You want me to take it to Ocean Prime? You want me to take it to Joe Muir Seafood by the water?
By the water,
By the water?
right off the. Oh, okay.
Right off the side.
Off the front.
And all you
Okay.
all you want from me is friends with benefits. That's what you said.
That's what you said. That's what
That's what
we
she
do.
said.
No, you don't.
That's what,
You
and
don't.
that's what
You
we
don't get
do.
Joe Muir. You don't get
Come
Joe
on,
Muir
man.
when you do that.
Come on, man.
You
It's levels, bro. Like you
level.
gotta understand. Once we realize it, like I'm gonna give you. I'm just gonna be real. What I just talked about, I went through. Let me put it. Let me put it on the board. Let me put it on the
Mm-hmm.
board.
For that.
Let me put it on the board. What I just said, the situation I just mentioned, I went through, and there's other dudes that probably go through that. Because at the end of the day, like I said, we're gonna listen to everything you say, and we're gonna go with that. Especially if we down with that. Because there's no man on earth that don't love no cool female companionship. We love it. It's the dopest thing in the world. Where you could just kick
Yeah.
it with a chick.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Y'all go have some drinks. Y'all might catch a show every now and then, but y'all just there. It's nothing. It's no overthinking. It's nothing like it's no premeditated nothing. You know what I'm saying? That I'm down with that. But then don't come at us when don't come at us and try to level it up. Oh, you don't
Oh,
spend as much money. You don't spend as much money as I would like to, or we don't kick it as much, or we should go different places. We should do this and do that. There's no room for demanding anything of
oh,
us because we already know where we at.
Mm-hmm.
So
exactly.
in that sense, you think I'm a simp, and I'm not. So I'm not. I'm a pull back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why the men that first of all, I can't stand a simp. Listen,
Tay,
yeah.
Tay. Let me say
Oh, it
something.
bothers me. Yeah, yeah.
Let me say something, bro.
Yes, sir.
So y'all were talking on the angle of the guy that understands, the guy that knows, and is being approached with the simp proposition. Y'all are
Yeah.
talking on that level because y'all are aware that the woman is trying to put you in this category and
Yep.
it's not working. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Y'all
I
are
was
talking
talking
on that
from a
level.
I was talking from a level of a man that he simps on purpose.
I'm
Right.
on your level, Jay.
Wait. Not exactly. You didn't do it exactly. I know. I understand what you're saying. You didn't do it exactly because your retort was, "I'm not doing that shit." That's what you said, basically, right?
Hmm.
That's what
Hmm.
you're saying. But you're saying that from the mature man point of view. Let's
Yes.
Yeah,
take it
yeah.
from the guy,
Okay.
right? Let's take it from the
Okay.
guy that
Let's
actually
do it.
did that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
From the man that actually simps. From the woman that actually will allow simping.
Hmm.
Y'all are the most conniving, disrespectful, disingenuous people on the planet.
That's
And I'm going to
facts.
tell you why.
They are. They
I'm,
are,
I'm,
bro.
I'm going
Let's
to tell
go.
you why.
Let's go.
Because if you actually was in the
I'm on mute.
possession of being a simp guy, that means you know that this. See, Rob, I'm taking it from a different angle, bro. He knows that he does not that the girl doesn't like him.
Yeah, he
He
knows.
knows it. So what he does, he continue the process in hopes of persuading her a different way.
Mm.
That means during this evolution, he's being a totally different guy to fit what she wants. You are the most conniving, disingenuous guy on the planet. And I hate simp niggas. I'm just gonna tell you that shit right
Say it
now.
with
I
your chest.
can't
Say it with
freaking
your
stand
chest.
simp niggas. I can't stand it. Alright? We just gonna go there. Right? I can't stand the chick that will allow a simp guy in her life.
Say it with your chest.
That means you know you do not like him.
You
You know,
it.
but you in it for the benefit of what he does. That makes you the most conniving, disingenuous woman on the planet. And the mature men that you might be watching right now will not date you. Because
Nope.
we will figure that out. Once you try to deviate from what the situation is, once you go ahead and be like, all right, yeah, we friends best, we fine, but let me see how much I can squeeze out of this lemon.
Woo.
Now, I don't really like you like that, but we can continue to do that. You are the most ingenuous woman on the planet. Seriously, and I despise these type of people. I do. I just can't. I do not like them. These guys that'll be like, all right, these guys act like a wolf in sheep's clothing. They'll sit and be in your phone book. They will sit there and wait on you to go ahead and give them a chance.
Nope.
They would just sit there. Like, you know what? Oh, you ain't got nothing to do tonight? Your girl's all busy? I'll take you out. You know, I'll take you out. You don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You need something for the house? I'll buy it for you. I'll go ahead and do that. And the girl already told you, but I don't really like you like that. But if that chick could be like, but we can hang out though, you are that chick. And I do not like that chick.
Yeah.
Tell these people that you're not into them. Why
Yeah,
you
that's
not?
it.
Because
Simple.
you are conniving and disingenuous. You are squeezing the limit.
Woo.
You just getting what you want out of it. And
Amen.
I'm telling you, the people that do this stuff, the people that result in this, you would get exactly what you've been in for.
Mm-hmm.
You would get exactly what that. You will never have a successful relationship if you're squeezing a lemon like that.
Yep.
Never will. Don't even look for it. Don't even try to actually find a good guy if you got 9 simps that you hanging out with throughout the week. Don't even try it.
Oh my God.
That's all I had to say, man. Like that's bull. That is the bull to me. Like that's just crap. I'm just saying, dog.
It is.
Just saying, man.
It's garbage. Aspect. In any aspect. And you gotta recognize it.
Damn!
I'm sorry.
You gotta recognize it, man.
That boy cooked out his
You
Just saying.
gotta recognize it, bro. You gotta recognize it on both ends.
Right.
Recognize it. Dude, if you're a potential simp, you gotta recognize that and get the hell out of there. And ladies, stop doing that because the simps that you may be saying that y'all rejecting, whatever the case is, y'all gonna be the same ones later, a couple years saying ain't no good man out here, bro. For real. Y'all gonna be the same ones.
Yes, sir.
They're gonna be the same ones.
That is facts, brother.
There ain't no good man out here. Except for the man except for the man who you got to buy you your furniture because you ain't had nothing in your crib, but you ain't like him. Because you ain't like him though. But you ain't like him.
Now you being narrow, dog. You being narrow, man. You gonna hurt somebody's feelings, man. Stop being so narrow, man. You said
I'm not being. That was an actual example. That was just. That wasn't from the core. That was just that's the first thing that came to my head. That wasn't from the core. That was the first.
She are Amanda.
That was the first thing that came to my head. No, that was the first. That was the first thing that came to my head.
We was making jokes. This is funny though.
Hey,
we was making jokes, man.
Real quick before we move on. Listen, man.
All right. Okay.
I love y'all. First of all, second of all, yo, that is. Listen to me. I'm gonna say it. I don't even give a. I don't listen. I don't care.
Let's go, bro.
Some of these women are egregious as hell when it comes to simps. For some reason, they embrace simps like it's M&Ms with the peanuts inside. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know you don't like this man. Why you let him take you out?
Mm-hmm.
And then men like us, we look at these dudes like, Negro, she don't even like you like that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, shit, I don't care, man. It's all about, what is it all about? Nothing. You are egregious. You mean
it's
nothing
egotistical
to society.
And selfish, bro.
You mean nothing
it's
to society at that point. At that point, you mean nothing. It's like you just do whatever simply because you want to have a certain type of outlook about yourself. And it's like, it's egregious, man.
It's egotistical and selfish. The reason I say that is because that line is clouded by those type of women. That line between being a simp and a guy that really trying to like you and try to get to know you and that other guy, that fence line is real cloudy because women, if you asked any woman, she would want guys to do stuff for her, right?
Yes.
And would like for her to be, but right, and on that level, right? Even with gifts and services and all that type of stuff, it's fine. But when that guy just goes over the fence that little bit,
all the way
to
over the
being a simp, though, they don't want that because they want a guy that takes assertion. They want a guy that command. Now all of a sudden, now it becomes. Right, it becomes a cloudy line. Yes, so you know this line is getting real cloudy. Like you want a guy to do everything for you, but I want him to. I want to have a backbone too. Like, well, what the hell do you want? Like seriously, and that makes a dude do this wolf in sheep's clothing all the time.
Yes, sir.
That produces this simp.
But
this mixed involvement of emotions and prerequisites that these certain women put out. These certain women. I'm not saying all women do that. I'm just saying these certain women that do that I want this, that, other, but not like this, but live it like this, but I want it like this. Like you in a freaking chemistry class. You know what I'm saying? Trying to build a guy. Like you up there trying to do that. Like, you know, you want this, not that, and other. It produces a simp dude. He like, well, if she can talk to me, I just do whatever she want until I get where I'm there. Like, society make you build that because you don't want no dude for that, but you like a guy for this. But he don't have to be like that. He can't tell me what to do, right? He can't tell me what to do.
He better
no, you better not tell me what to do. But I mean, if he take control every now and then, like what the hell is that? Like, are you serious? That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean?
So this is the reason why when we talk about in our society, the way it is right now, when we talk about these things, it's because we have diluted the standard for our own culture. We've done it to ourselves on both ends of the spectrum. That's the reason
Mm.
why Jay, you got your passion. That Rob, you have your passion. It's because you know how it's supposed to go.
Right,
And now,
right,
We
right.
gotta be we
and
gotta be
now,
aware.
right, and
Mm.
now you know how
We
it's
gotta
supposed to
be
go. And now you can't even get the cooperation from the women
Mm.
because they have adopted the
Mm.
foolishness that the government have set up, that other people have set up, that means
Mm.
absolutely dog boo boo to us. We don't care.
Right.
We don't
Right.
care at all about,
Yeah.
oh my God, I had a bad day. I went to work today and I messed my hand up. That's what happens at work. You, if you, if you, ma'am, if you're working a
Ma'am,
job,
I love how you did that last year. Ma'am.
ma'am, if you're working a job that's predominantly ran by men,
Mm.
she's a bricklayer, for instance. Ma'am, if you're a
Mm.
bricklayer and you're complaining to me because your hand hurt, I don't feel sorry for you. You're laying bricks. Your hand is gonna get hurt. You fuck. So,
we just gotta be
Go
aware,
ahead, Rob.
man. Like
I
all
mean,
my
I mean,
fellas out there,
you want you want me to
all my
care
fellas
about
out there,
something,
bro.
but
Let's just be
the
aware.
issue is this: they want you to care about things that doesn't pertain to them. You should
Mm.
not be laying
Exactly,
bricks now. Well,
exactly.
I got
Like
to do what I
we
got to do. Then they use this. I got to do what I got to do for my family. What you mean you got to do what you got to do for your family? Do you know how many things you
Mm.
can do for your family without laying
Mm.
bricks?
Mm.
we
You
just gotta.
choose to do this for a reason. The
For
same
the
way
money,
a man
usually.
chooses to simp. He chooses to simp.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what Jay
yeah.
talking about. It's like, dog,
Mm.
you are going to do this,
Mm.
and then the woman is going to allow it. So you
Mm.
both playing each other.
Right, right, right,
It's a tennis match.
right,
It's like
right.
I hit the ball, you hit the ball. We go back and forth, and it's like, when are we going to stop?
Mm.
When are we going to
Mm.
stop and really come together in a way that's actually meaningful?
Mm.
We
Yeah.
can't do it because we like the benefit. Like Jay said, the benefit of the simp is what you like.
Mm.
You're so
Mm.
selfish that the benefit, even though the benefit that you get makes him look bad, you don't even
Mm.
care because you're willing
Mm.
to do it. You don't even care
Mm.
because if he look bad, but it makes me feel good, I'm okay with it.
Right.
Oh boy,
We just gotta be aware, man. Like fellas, just
That's real, man.
just be aware. Just be aware of the situation. Be aware of what's going on. First of all, I hope you never get into a situation where you're doing for a woman and you don't want to do for a woman. I hope you never get into that situation. First of all, whatever we do is up to us. If we decide to spend time with a woman, take her out, do those certain things, that's on us. And you know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's genuine. Both of y'all on the same page. But any sign that you feel that you're doing more and first either it's not warranted, like she don't deserve it, or it may be warranted, but you know that we're doing this based off a conversation we done had. We both kind of on the same page. And if one of y'all, I mean, it can happen to us too, but like in the situation we talking about, simping refers to mostly men. So if you see a woman starting to switch up, and all of a sudden she's expecting more and wanting more, and just doing the and just giving you signs that there's something that y'all whatever y'all situation is, it should be more than what it is, and y'all haven't had that conversation and y'all haven't had that
Right.
understanding, but she's
Right.
expecting you to go ahead and still be there. Get out of that, man.
Mm.
Get out of that, because
Mm.
that situation could happen too. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? There's a simple form of simping where you just doing it, knowing a woman don't like you, and just still trying to be all this for her and all that. There's no reciprocation. You know what I'm saying? There's that form of simping, and then there's the form of simping when a woman can switch up on you. You know what I mean?
Mm.
When
but the
she
but the, but the whole point,
when she thinks you're going to keep doing these certain things as if y'all are together, or y'all setting some type of foundation for something, and both of y'all know that that's not what was set at the
but the
beginning.
whole point, of the man simping, he's simping after a woman that already said that she not interested.
Right,
That's the
right,
whole.
right.
That's the
That's the
whole
thing.
And
point.
right. And what I'm saying is, in that case too, if a man is
Right.
on the like not by saying not interested, it could be a couple things. I'm not interested in you just altogether, or I'm not interested in moving forward in something. It could
If
be
a
a
woman
couple
not
different
interested, she's
cases.
not interested.
Okay, but she cannot be interested physically and emotionally, but she still. I mean, there's that
That's the
case,
whole
but then there.
caveat of a woman.
Exactly, but then there's a situation where she might be interested in you and y'all can kick it, but she doesn't want to move forward with you
Right.
in that sense. So
And that's what I'm saying.
there's
So
a
I see
couple
what you mean
different
by that,
ways.
say.
right.
Yeah, I
So
see what
me
you
and
Yeah,
you
mean by
saying
that.
the same thing.
Yeah, they
It's
say
yeah,
like
y'all
you
saying
let
the
the
same thing.
man know, like, dog, if that happens, don't continue. That's
yeah,
what you're
yeah,
saying.
Right,
Cause
right.
because that's the whole point. It's like, yo, she already said, yo, she's not interested, whether it be physical, emotional, whatever.
Mm,
You have already let that man know, like, yo, you need to stop doing that. So
mm,
basically, I'm confirming what you're saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm confirming it. Like,
mm,
what you're saying is very accurate. It's like, bruh, why would you continue to pursue someone that don't want you?
mm. Yeah.
No matter if you feel a certain way or whatever, she don't want you, man. Why would you continue to do it?
yeah,
And that's
Mm,
and most men do that more often than not, and that makes the issue.
mm, mm,
That makes the issue. It's like, God dog, boy. You
mm,
can't just sit down and just chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't like you,
mm.
man. Like, let it go. But men don't know how to let it go sometimes. Those type of men, I would say.
Yeah,
Those type of men.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what you're saying, I'm just confirming it. I'm not trying to overtalk you or nothing like that. I'm just
Yeah, y'all
confirming
just
it.
said it in two different ways, actually.
Yeah, we
You know
just
what I'm
saying it
saying?
two different
That's
ways.
what
Like,
that was.
I'm
Yeah.
yeah.
confirming
It could
exactly what
be,
you're saying because that is crazy. Like, it is.
yeah.
Mm,
But yeah, but like I said, it's really about just recognizing when it's happening and recognize
Yep.
or knowing that it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And uh, you know what I mean? It could, like I said, I was in a situation. I was in a situation where I was in a situation where we were, I thought we had to understand as far as like how we was kicking, what we was doing. I wasn't doing too much. You know what I mean? I wasn't spending bukus of money on her. I wasn't, we would link up when we linked up. You know what I'm saying? It was until she came at me on some, oh well, you don't have me here, or you don't spend this, or we don't do that. That's when I had to halt that because I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
that's cool. And
mm,
then she put out there, we can't hang out no more. We can't do this no more because of this. I'm like,
mm,
cool. I'm fine with that
Yeah.
because
mm,
I understood where we were. I understood that we were just two people vibing out, enjoying ourselves. I'm not asking more of you than what I'm doing than what you're doing.
Mhm.
You know what
mm,
I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I felt this simp ideology, like this ideology she had on me. Like I felt that she was looking at me like that. Like
Right.
I
yeah.
Right.
still, I still
Right.
expect you to do this, even though we here, even though I'm this and you that.
Right.
I still
Right.
expect this. No,
Exactly.
no,
Exactly.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-uh. I'm the wrong guy for you.
Yeah. I feel you, man.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm the,
You
I'm the
got the
wrong guy.
wrong. You got the wrong
You
dude
got
for
the
this.
wrong guy for that.
Hey,
We could
This ain't
we
me.
could
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
could keep it where it's been, or we could just move
Mhm.
forward. Because
Mhm.
nah, I'm
Mhm.
not doing all that. I'm not doing all that. Hey,
great, great topic, fellas.
I told y'all we had a
Great
hot one
topic,
today, man.
fellas.
Shout out to my brothers. Shout out to my brothers. Again, shout out to everybody that's tapping into the live show, man. Again, we do have a Q&A portion. You see in the comments. If you have questions, please put them in the chat, and we're gonna hit them up in the last part of the show. The Q&A. We just want to go ahead and have them in there, so when we get to the Q&A, we just go ahead and shoot them out. We appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's time for the feature topic of the week.
Feature top of the
Mm,
week.
yeah, that's what we're
Yeah.
doing.
Why you
Don't,
saying
don't,
like
no,
you?
no, no, no. Don't do it.
What
Don't
we
do
do?
it. No, Rob know what I'm saying.
Oh,
Cause he
I don't
looked
even
at
think
me
he knew.
like, man, get it together, boy. He gave me that look. I know Rob, man. I know what Rob was thinking. He was like,
Okay.
all right, I see. I know Tay doing it from his phone, but that was my cue.
I, No, I think that was on you, boy.
It was on me. I know it was. I'm not
No,
denying that.
I think the whole. I think you just said that because you messed up.
No, I know I messed up. I looked at Rob. I know I messed up. Shut up.
It wasn't even a mess up though.
No,
like nobody would have noticed if you was like, "Hold on, don't say that." Like, as soon as you did that, we was like,
I looked at Rob.
The...
I know I messed up, and me and Rob, I know he was like, "Okay, then you done messed up." I know what he's looking like. Did you, Rob? Be honest. Did you do that? Did you look at me that way,
Rob, was it on him? It was on him, dog. Because you didn't say nothing. But what you thinking that?
This ain't got nothing to do with you.
I know, but I'm just saying.
It doesn't. Stop. Rob, didn't you look at me like that?
Yeah. But I was just waiting.
Because I know I messed up, and Rob looked at me like, "Boy, you know you messed up, right?"
That was a great catch. Because I didn't hear nothing, man. I didn't see nothing.
Because I did.
You right.
Hey, Rollo.
Great catch,
I double tap this shit like a motherfucker, man. I ain't gonna lie. I messed up all the way around, brother. I did. That's my fault.
And he was like feature topic. I was like, oh, we don't got one this week. He almost had me messed up.
Yeah, right. He said feature topic. He said that. I was like, yeah, he did that to me too.
I'm sorry, ladies and
gentlemen. He did that to me too, man.
I'm sorry.
Hey, long as y'all know we human, this is what we do.
All right. Oh man, I need to stop drinking during this show, bro. Because I swear, I sweat off. I promise I sweat off so many calories messing with y'all, bro.
Boy.
Between the drinking and the laughing, bro.
Dog. Right.
Anyway, feature topic of the week. Once again, let's say something to our viewers for putting up with us real quick. We love y'all.
Definitely, man.
We
fear for camaraderie, commonality, but we also human. Like it is.
We also human. All right. Feature topic of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, my brothers. Man, can men and women ever come to a common ground in today's society? Can men and women ever come to a common ground in today's society? I kind of want to. Yeah. We're gonna let Jay go first. First of all, Jay, what you think about that question? What does that question mean to you, bro?
Say that one more time. The question.
Can men and women ever come to a common ground in today's society?
No.
Talk.
Oh, you want me to explain that? Oh, okay. All right. Well, I was just.
That's what we do. Here.
I was just saying no because that's my answer. No. I don't think that's gonna happen because it's a lot of conditions. It's a lot of prerequisites why we don't get along the way we do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we was the main theme, and we talked about this, and I'm gonna be real transparent with the people that's watching. Me and my boys talked about, and I think Tay, you asked this question to all of us, like, man, hey, going into the new season, what's y'all like main idea that y'all want to focus on, like as an individual, right? Was that you? I think that was you.
Yeah.
And so we was like, what was the main idea? And we all said our thing. And I'm just gonna leave that there for y'all on discretion, but I'm just gonna be transparent with mine. I said, stop bullshit, right? That's what I said. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because our last season, if anybody was fans, you know what I'm saying? If anybody was viewers, if anybody, rock with us the way we did or watch the show or two and like what we talking about, they know we held accountability to the men and women that watched the show based on the topics that we talked about. That's what we did first and foremost. Usually most of ours was about, hey, you know what you doing, or she know what she's doing, he know what she's doing, stop playing. So that's my chapter 2 of this segment. Going into season 2 is to stop bullshit. Like, just stop bullshit. Like, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm cutting off the ending. Y'all know what it is. Just stop bullying. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stop it. Because that is what's needed for this question to be answered. That's just what's needed for this to happen. You gotta stop bullying. You gotta stop bullying with yourself. That's the first thing that gotta happen. You know what I'm saying? If anybody any type of logical sense and understanding if that's if they watch the show or even if watch the entirety of the show, they notice that we bend and graph our thoughts together between the three topics that we do. And this is attached to the other two topics that we talked about. Stop bullying. Like, it is what it is. Can we come to a mutual agreement? Yes, we can. But I said no because people be bullying. That's why I said no. Y'all on some bull. Like, that's all it is. The man is on some bull. The woman is on some bull. Both of y'all are on some bull. I don't give a care what type of relationship y'all have. Y'all gonna have, you know what I'm saying, you know, like same-sex relationship. Who cares? Like, it's just bull. Y'all be bullying because y'all putting out, y'all not really doing the work within yourselves. You're not admitting that you have a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think that, you know what I'm saying, okay, we all put our best foot forward. We ain't putting the false foot forward. It says put your best foot forward, not your fake foot forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all try to put our best foot forward, though. But people put their fake foot forward. Like, I'm just on this whole stand-up person, and they have, like really egregious issues within themselves that they carry on in their scenarios between their last relationships or their last marriages or their divorces or whatnot, and then they tack it on to the other person. Meanwhile, the other person is trying to be somebody they're not. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I mean? And y'all come together with all these falsified ideas and try to make a legitimate relationship out of it.
Yeah.
Stop bullying. Yes, we can come to an agreement. But I need to be the honest, mature individual and man that I need to be. And women need to do the same. You can talk all you want to. I love the first aspect of the first stage of the dating because y'all like to talk. Men do too, though. But women like to talk. They just talk. Well, I had this, that, and other. I had this, that. If you let a woman, if you ask the question, just sit back like a therapist.
Let you know everything you want
with the shoulder guards.
Yeah.
And just let them talk. They would just go ahead and talk. Like, it is what it is. Because if they're comfortable, you express themselves like any other human being. A lot of women will do that. They'll just express themselves. So you just love to talk. But y'all like to talk about what is, like, what always hitting standards all the time. I'm this, I'm that, and the other. I don't deal with this. I don't deal with that no more. I'm this, and that. You talk a lot of game. But are you really about what you say? Like, I hear it all the time. We can read it on Facebook, all your posts that you want to. You can post the fact that you the grownest woman of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like, the GOAT of womanhood. Like, you can post that all you want to, but are you really serious? And if you're not, it exposes itself. You don't have, you can lie all you want to. The truth is going to come out, regardless of the fact. And so you try to have if you match that with a truthful guy, or if a guy that's fake matching that with a truthful girl, it will never work. And definitely both sides ain't going to work. Y'all just going to repel each other like magnets. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, it can work, but I believe no, because everybody on some bull. It's hard to be honest. It's hard to just put your flaws on the table and like, here, this is who I am. Well, it is what it is. Accept me for who I am. Maybe people say that a lot. You know what I'm saying? But we're not accepting. We can accept your flaws. We can't accept your problems. See that? We can accept your flaws. We can't accept your problems. If you have a problem of being jealous, that's not a flaw. That's a problem. Like, you need to figure that out. If you have daddy issues, that doesn't mean you just don't like men. You have daddy issues. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So we can accept your flaws. Everybody got a flaw because nobody's perfect. We hear this. We say that all the time. Nobody's perfect. I have flaws. But when my flaw is a problem to me, and then I try to say that and tell you to go ahead and be like, Band-Aid my problem, and we'll be okay. See, that's a liability concern, and we would never work. The progression would never bear. We would never be successful.
Yes, sir.
So can we come to a common ground? Yes. In a perfect world. But in our society, no. Because everybody's on some bull. That's me.
I'm gonna give a good poetry clap on that one. That's all I can say with that one. That's what it is. I agree. Busy, where you at with it, man? Okay. That's where you are.
Hey man, I'm just saying, man. That's
You said where am I at with it?
where
Yeah,
you at, bro?
that's where he is.
Boy,
That's where
listen.
he is.
Hey, salute,
Man,
salute.
no doubt, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm just saying my
Listen,
piece, man.
man. There is no possible. It's not. Listen. This is a harsh reality that we all need to understand.
Mm,
It's not going to get better
mm,
between men and women. It's not. There's only a remnant. I say this a lot. There's only a remnant. Exactly. Clap it up. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and just real fact. There's the only way that we can come to a common ground in this society is if there is
mm.
a remnant of people, men and women, who understand the value of each other.
You're right.
The
Yeah.
problem is we don't understand or care about the value of each other.
Mm,
Everything is all over the place. Everything
yeah.
from
Yeah.
gender bias to dating. Everything is all over the place. You don't even
Yeah.
know what you're dealing with at a certain point because it's all over the place. And the problem is the fact that we don't value each other, man. We don't value each other like we're supposed to. I'm guilty of it. Everybody that's under the sound of my voice has been guilty of it. Not the way we're supposed to. We have not gotten to that value point. And that's the problem. We want to get to a common ground, but we don't want to have any type of humility with each other to where we value each other. So how
Mm,
can I get to a common ground? The only way two can walk in the same direction is if they agree. How can I get someone who don't agree with me to understand where I'm coming from to agree with me?
yeah.
It has to be a lot of things involved: trust, interdependence, reliability, honor, value. All those things, including more, helps you to get to a place where you can agree with someone to walk in the same direction as you. People who value your actual what you say, they look at what you do. They look at what you do. If you're doing the opposite of what you say, then you don't have value to them. So that's why they move on to other things. Because there is no value to what you're saying. How can we? This question right here is so important to because that common ground, the key thing to common ground is value. The reason why, even right now today, when we was on the show, what we just did when I messed up, and I admitted that I messed up, and we was talking, and I looked at your face, Rob. I was like, "Yo," Rob looked at me like, "This nigga tell you I messed up." I know he looked at me that way because I value you. I value you when it comes to my production because your moderation and my production goes hand in hand. Just in that example alone is value there. And I know we was joking about it, but I value what you think because you carry the show.
Mm,
Your value and my value has to work together. Otherwise, the show is not what it's supposed to be. So when you say pull, I gotta be on it. Pull, boom, pull, boom. You said pull 3 times. I was on it. Boom, pull. Because the value that we have with each other matters for what our purpose is. It's the same way with relationship. If you don't value me, there is no way in the world you're gonna have a common ground with me. You don't even value who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So, like Jay said, do I value myself? Because if I value myself, then I can operate in the assertion that we talked about in topic number 2. If I value myself as a man, then I can lead. I can do exactly what it is that needs to be done to ensure that everything around me is good. My job as a man is to provide the space for everything to honor. My job is to make sure that as a man, my space, I provide a certain space for everybody to operate in their purpose. If I'm in a position, if I'm around, especially women, if I'm around women or men that cannot operate in their purpose around me, I'm not doing a good job as a man to provide. I provide more than just money. I got to provide space. I got to provide space for a woman to be feminine. I can't require her to be feminine if I'm being a simp.
Right. Yeah.
So I have to hone my own responsibility.
Yeah.
We want to blame everybody else all the time. Exactly what Jay said. You got to do that for yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
You literally got to make sure that you're good to be able to interact and be in a position to have a relationship with somebody else. If you're not in that space, you should not be here. You cannot
Yeah.
you cannot require other people to do something that you're not willing to do for your damn self.
Mm.
And then you want to blame everybody else for the shit that you can't do for yourself. That is a
Mm-hmm.
weak person. Man or woman, you're weak. Like Jay said, I'm just piggybacking. Yo, you know this man is a simp. You know this man ain't right for you. You know this, and you still gonna go out with him. Why? For a benefit. And the benefit is not even that great. And y'all not smashing. Y'all not talking about marriage. Y'all not doing nothing. You're wasting each other's time all because you want to feel a certain way tonight. You're egregious. Get out my face. You're egregious.
Mm-hmm.
And you want me to condition myself to understand where you're coming from? I will not do that. But I got PTSD. I don't give a damn what you got. That's on you. You figure that shit out. Not me. You figure it out. I'm not figuring out nothing for you. I'm not going to figure this out. That's for you to figure out, baby. So you can't rock. If you can't rock with me in the capacity that I rock in, then you just can't. You're not qualified to rock with me.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Maybe I'm not qualified to rock with you. I don't give a fuck either way. But I'm gonna be honest with myself either way.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what I
Okay.
feel about this question. The common ground, when we start valuing each other, is when we come to a common ground.
I agree.
If you don't value
I agree.
what each other think or feel and how we operate, you're not going to ever submit yourself to the value of what it is that you're asking for.
Mm-hmm.
You got to value me. If you don't
Mm-hmm.
value me, we never going to come to a common ground.
Mm-hmm.
Individually or in society, we're not going to come to a common ground because you don't value what I say, what I think, who I am as a man. If you don't value that, we're not going to come to a common ground. If I don't value you as a woman who has her own mind, we're not going to come to a common ground. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Jay. No, not in this society. Hell no. No. There is no way we can come to a common ground in this society because we don't value each other. That's my take. And it's sad. It
Yes,
saddens me to see that our people, especially us black men in the black community, it saddens me that
unity.
our women don't value us.
Yeah,
It's amazing to me. But when you're in trouble, you call a black man. Ain't that some shit? When you need your cousin them and your brother them to make sure Pookie stay in his rightful place, you call us. But when it really matters, you don't call us. You do your own thing. Oh, okay. So now the value is conditional. I don't want you to value me conditionally. I want you to value me holistically. And if you can't do that, bon voyage.
Yeah, man. Hey, I told y'all, man, we was going in today. We was going in today. Real quick, Sean. Yes. The Q&A portion, ladies and gentlemen, we do have it towards the end of the show. We would like for the questions to be. Oh, excuse me. We would like for the questions to be tailored directly towards the topics for
It don't
today.
have to be
So,
though.
uh, or
it
does
don't
it?
necessarily have to
No,
be.
no,
No,
not
it don't
necessarily. No.
necessarily have to be.
Let's
No,
just go
Oh,
not
into Q and
really.
A. It don't
No,
have to be
you know what I'm
exactly what
saying.
we're talking
Don't
about. It
mean
can
to
be
oppose
something.
you,
oh,
but yeah, we could just
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can just
yeah.
throw it out
No,
there.
you don't have to be that.
They
Yeah,
did it last
well,
season like that.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
Whatever you want to talk about, it is what it is. It can bend from this. It could be
well,
something that
there.
you on your mind about it. It is what it is.
Well,
Yep,
there it is. So, okay. Well, Q&A is wide open. We're gonna
yep,
go ahead and get into that portion of the show right now.
yeah,
Again, thank you to everybody that tuned in today to the live show. Again, we appreciate y'all. Without you, there's no us. So we about to tap into the Q&A portion right now. So if you do have a question, go ahead and put it in the chat. If not, go ahead. And, also, you can go ahead and hop on this fire with us. Please hit us up on all our platforms. You see all the platforms up on the screen right now. Please follow us on IG at the Mailroom View. Please hit us up on Facebook at the Mailroom Network. And you know what I'm saying? Just holler at us. If you have any topics that you would like for us to discuss on the show, please tap into our email at the mailroom 313 at yahoo.com. Again, that's the mailroom 313 at yahoo.com. I think we do have a question
In a comment, yeah.
and a comment. Okay.
Somebody read that off.
What are you
but
talking
oh,
about in relationships or
my bad.
just in gen? What are you talking about in relationships or just in general interaction? Because I disagree. I think that's you, Big.
Mind you, real quick
What?
before y'all continue, and a little bit before she answered the question, and Smiley answered the question and said yes if there are mature people. Talking about as far as common ground. If you look back at it, she said
Yeah.
yes there is, and I think she's tying that to what she just said down in the bottom.
Okay. So what is it that she actually disagree with though, Miss Smiley?
The
Tell
question,
us what
I'm
you
just
actually disagree with.
yeah yeah if I was to assume I'm assuming that if two people are mature, then she's saying that the common ground can be met. And so she was trying to go into like, are you just talking about it in relationships or in general interaction between people? So
Yeah, Miss Smiley, can you just
that's just me
clarify that?
assuming. She gonna have to tell us
Yeah.
that.
Is that
Because she
is
said she
that a
disagree.
is that a reference to the common ground, Miss Smiley? Just let us know, so we can get that answer for you. But yeah, shout out to my brothers today, man. I told y'all we had some really good topic. I think a lot of this discussion is very, very important. And I didn't really get to speak on the feature, but
Go ahead.
I
We
think
got a couple minutes go.
Go ahead.
I think the common ground definitely has to come into trying to live outside these societal norms and just understanding each other. Kind of a sum up of what y'all said. I think, I think it's just the pressure that some people may feel in a certain part of their life. Like for women, it could be, oh, I'm this certain age, so I gotta find this man, I gotta find this woman. Or for men, oh, I'm not where I'm at in my life, so I can't pursue no woman. No, we have to understand where each other are and understand that and build each other up. Build each other up. Women, don't assume because you're at a certain age or a certain place in your life that you got to hurry up and go out here and find the perfect man that you feel fits you right now. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that man is really for you. Listen to him, understand him, figure out what he about. Men, if you don't got yourself together, or if you ain't all the way set, it's okay, man. But if you find a woman that can that can pour into you and help you build and help you get better, don't sell yourself short. Go ahead and pursue that woman. But we just gotta appreciate each other, understand where each other are. You know what I mean? Forget all these. Even though it makes for great content and it makes for great discussion, talk about modern women and modern men and all these societal norms. It makes for it makes for great discussion. But let's try to get outside of it a little bit and just see each other for who we are. You know what I mean?
Right.
And just
Right.
understand that where we are in our life is exactly where we're supposed to be. And the right person is going to meet us where we are. The right person is gonna pour into us, so we can pour into them. And let's just get out of all this other stuff that's going on in the world, man. You know what I mean? Let's be kinder to each other. Let's understand each other. You know what I'm saying? Let's not be so quick. Let's not be so quick to go off the advice we got from our homeboy about this broad ain't shit. Women, let's not be so quick about the advice you got from your homegirl. This dude ain't shit. And let's just go off who we are in our mind and try to tap into who other people are. You know what I'm saying?
Let me back up for what, because she put it up there with y'all saying no. You know what I'm saying? And I think that I don't want to get it construed. I don't want to get it misplaced or misunderstood about what we were saying. What we did, if you really pay attention to it, what we did, we talked about the question in theory, and then we talked about the question in reality. That's what we just did. Between Tay and Rob and what we did as far as myself, I answered the question actually on both ends of that fence. You know what I'm saying? So when she's saying y'all, if she disagree with it, I understand that you think that can work. I actually said that it could. You know what I'm saying? Like, it actually can work, but that is theory. That is all that is. In theory, yes, it would work. We could have a common ground. We had it before. We can have a common ground again. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, in the society that we live in, if you're just taking the apples and oranges that men and women do between each other, no. Not in this climate, not in this society that we deal with that has so many restrictions on that end or was other. We are not talking about individuality. Now, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about the individual person. I am willing to be consigned into an individual person that actually feels the same way I do. Then common ground can work all day. That is actually what Tay said. That's you know what I'm saying. Like, it'll work all day. But in the climate that society put itself in, if you think about it, in society the way that it put itself in, there's no humility in this whole conversation. That is a main piece that's missing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were humble about the fact of wanting to get to know somebody, attracted to somebody that you is, humble to the fact that the person that you are, that organic process will be completely coherent with somebody else thinking the same way. In the society we live in, we're saying you 9 times, 8 times out of 10. That is not the case. Somebody's always being fake. Somebody's always being disingenuous. Somebody's always being disrespectful. Somebody's always being not, you know what I'm saying, not truthful. It just is what it is. And if you match that with somebody that's actually being legit versus somebody that's not, it will never work. And that is the problems that you see on social media that we have right now. That is what the product is. Like, the women have their own thing and the men have their own thing. That's just what it is. And so we trying to mesh that scenario is the worst as it ever been in society. It was not like this when I was a teenager. It was not like this growing up. It just wasn't. It was like, I mean, even the music, if we're talking about society, even the music, the art, the entertainment, the TV shows about family and all of that was all in cohesion with the thoughts of common ground. If you really think about it,
Family
we had
matters.
music that pertained to that. We did. We had music that pertained to that. It was women talking about love. It was guys talking about the same. It was thugs singing about love in the 90s. Like, it was a cohesion at one point. But now, since society made this repellent, now it's just hard to get back to that. And only the individual will make that change. We're saying the individual that believes in that change need to produce that way more often so everybody can have that as a neutral thought.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
what I'm saying.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I answered no, because out of a generality, that's not going to work. That's all I'm saying. But it can, as a theory. Everything works as a theory, but in reality, might not be the same.
Mm-hmm.
We got to try to get back to basics. Basically,
Yeah,
let's get
basic
back.
fundamentals.
Let's try to get back to
Back to
those.
basics. Basics.
Let's
Yeah.
try to get. We
I
talked.
like that.
We talked about millennials earlier. Millennials. Let's try to get back to when we was kids, man.
Mm,
When a young man approached a girl or a young lady approached a guy, and it was just that moment, focusing on the good traits, focusing on the good qualities in each other,
right.
instead of all this other stuff that might be circling around in our head about what is and what isn't. Let's
Right,
focus on
right, right.
let's
Because
let's focus on moments. Let's focus on
I'm
moments.
right behind you, Rob. Because if it was about the individual, it was none of that. It's all the influence and the imposition of society that made you think differently about dating a man.
Yep.
It was never about the man. Like, if it was originally about the man, it would be a little bit more processed, a little bit more streamlined if it was just about that person. But since
Yeah.
with the fact that society imposed you with the fact that you need to be a certain individual, this guy needs to be a certain type of man. You shouldn't put up with this type of thing because society told you you shouldn't do. See, all that addition, all them preservatives in your chips, it's gonna mess up the whole scenario. So if
Yeah.
we can get back, and I'm agreeing right behind you, that's the only reason I said that, Rob. I'm sorry. The reason I'm right behind you is because that makes sense. If it was just about the organic process of meeting a man and woman, and them just being, it is what it is in an organic way, then it would be way more streamlined than you ever would imagine. If we was just honest and humble with each other, that's what Tay was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, it is what it is. But since
Mm-hmm.
we don't have that, don't expect it to be orchards and apples. Don't expect it to be. It just is what it is. And it starts from within. It just really do, man. It starts from the individual.
A
Let
lot of
me
it starts from
address
within.
this. Let me address this. To be
Mm-hmm.
no, Miss Smiley, to be honest, it you can't say 30% of the people can have that, and then 70% of the people can't, because there are already statistics out that debunks this. What you're saying. 54% of black. I'm talking about black folks. I ain't even gonna go into nothing deeper.
Mm-hmm.
50% of black people are married. 51% of men are not married and childless.
Mm-hmm.
So a majority of the women are married to their men, their black men.
Mm-hmm.
The 30% that you're talking about, you don't see them every day.
Right, right.
You don't see them every day, so you can't
Mm-hmm.
use it as a reason. Oh, you should say 30%. No, we should say what's the facts. The fact of the
Mm-hmm.
matter is this: the majority of the time, a lot of the black women who interact with black men that they're not attracted to, they interact with them all the time. They just never give them no play. This is the reason why you see men like Jonathan Majors and all these other black men who deal with white women, is because white women like these black men because they have white mentalities. That's what it is. This is not something that we're making up. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So so your 30% wouldn't be accurate in this society. In our society, the common ground between men and women, whether you're black, white, or Hispanic, it doesn't matter. The common ground is the value. Do you value me?
Mm.
Do I value you? If I do, we rocking out.
Even if you put these metrics in your own personal history, it's not adding up to that.
It's not even adding up. Exactly.
It's not even adding up to
That's
that.
the whole
I
point.
will go ahead and say 80-20, even 90-10
Yeah,
to the fact of how it worked.
exactly. Because this is what happens the majority of the time. Women, especially black women, have no problem telling men what they don't want, what they don't like, what they don't feel. They even made it into a song. I
Hey,
don't want
Rob.
no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me, hanging on the passenger side of his best friend ride, trying to holler
Trying
at
to
me.
holler
You're not even
at
fucking with him. You made that very clear, ma'am, and I heard you. You made that very clear. So don't get mad at me because I look at Becky and Becky want to fuck with me. Don't have
right.
no problem with me then. Because you told me you don't fuck with me like that. Because I'm on the
Out of the
passenger
passenger
side of
side.
my best
Out
friend
of
ride
the right.
trying to holler at
Trying to holler at you.
you. You don't want that. So when I talk to Becky, all of a sudden, black men don't love black women. You out your black dog. Okay?
Rob, you got the
So,
range, brother.
let's not do that. Let's not do this. You have made it perfectly clear what type of man y'all want. And he got to be 6 feet tall. He got to have six figures. He got to have a six pack. Y'all said this to us. Now the regular niggas is like, well, then skip it. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And you mad at regular niggas? No. Cat. I call. Cat. It's cat. It's cat. You want what you want the way you want it, and you selfish.
All right, man, we gotta get ready to go. We
No, there
gotta
ain't no
get
ready to
ready.
go. That's what it is.
No, I want to say that for what you say. I say like
I got you. I got you.
it's literally time to get ready to
But what
go.
I'm saying is like that's what it is. It's like you can't say you can't make this statement, and but 90% of the black women is against it. 90% of the black women are saying, I don't want a man that's regular. I want a man that makes over $100,000 a year. I want a man that is very fit. I want a man that looks handsome and good. And that means that all because the majority of men in our country, our average height is 5'8". I can't control my height. That's a gender thing. I can't control my sex or my gender or my height or my
And that's
age.
a good point. If we're talking about generality, you gotta stop thinking about yourself.
Exactly.
You gotta stop thinking. We're talking about everybody that ain't. We're talking about the people that you don't even associate with.
Exactly.
Right? We're talking about the modern day woman, and if we're talking about traditional, if I'm deeming myself a traditional guy, I don't deal with a modern day dude. But if we're talking about the stats, I'm talking about them too. So that's why that can't compute to what Tay's talking about. If we're talking about a generality of people, that doesn't work. When he
It
say
doesn't
most women
work.
talking about, he talking about the modern day chick. He talking about the 18-year-old chick that is coming out of the building. We talking about some of the people that grew up with us. We talking about general scope of people, and in the general scope, that's what it is. Like it just is what it is.
Y'all not trying to date no plumber. Stop capping. I'm not trying to do that.
That's about 54,000,
That's about 80% of men who work
48,000
in
a
that
year,
field.
48
They
to
are
54.
men.
Yeah.
You don't want to date. So if you want what you want, nobody is arguing what a woman wants. The
Mm-hmm.
but it's not realistic, and this is what Jay is talking about. He's coming against what your theory is based on what reality is. And if
Mm-hmm.
I put it to the test, reality outweighs theory.
Mm-hmm.
Because
All
in
the time.
reality, there is no common ground in reality. Not in reality. There is no
Yeah.
common ground. Women want what
Mm-hmm.
they want, and they want it the way they want it, and that's it. That's
Mm-hmm.
reality. The theory is it would be nice to have common ground
Mm-hmm.
because it used to be common ground back in the
Mm-hmm.
day.
Right,
But it
right,
ain't
right.
like that now. So how can we
Yeah.
get it in today's society? That's the question. The
That was
only
the
way
question.
you can get it
Yeah.
in today's society is if
That was
you
that.
value each other. But you
That was
don't.
that question.
You want what you want, and you do
that
what you
was
do, and that's
that was the
it.
question.
That's all I'm saying. That's all
Right.
Jay saying.
Yeah.
There is nothing common about a woman who is around regular men all the time. All of a sudden, she's so special. She want extraordinary men. He's a thug. He's saved. He's a preacher, and he have sex good, and he write poetry. This nigga does Pilates. This nigga he drink, but don't he don't get too drunk, and then he's responsible, but he's not egregious. And then you want a unicorn nigga. You want a regular. You want a person that grew up in the same environment as you to be regular. You outside of your mind, dog. Something's wrong with you.
Oh man.
He
I'm
reads the
done, man.
Bible. He has Bible class. He teaches Bible class. He pray over people. He lay hands on the sick and they still recover. Everything is just
but would
egregious.
and will knock a guy out at the same
And you
time,
want
right?
that one man to do everything. Are you okay? You just miss my hold on, Miss Molly. Okay.
hey, Rob, we're gonna do an
Hello,
extra 10.
Molly.
Give it a minute, man.
Okay, I understand exactly what y'all saying, but I still disagree. Like I do. Okay,
All right,
What do you
go ahead and
disagree
explain.
with?
that's why I was like, do you mean in general? Because at a workplace, in order to work with people, you gotta have some type of respect and some type of like for a person. So when women and men work together just fine in today's society, that's why I was like, okay, are you? I I gave that 30-70%, just saying overall 100%, because I was like, at the end of the day, y'all are still saying if people respect each other, that's exactly what y'all. If they respect each other, it can happen. But then y'all like, no, it don't. So I put that percentage on there like that because it might be a small percentage of people that can actually do that. You can't completely say no.
Miss Molly, let me ask
That's
you a
never what we
question.
said.
Miss Molly, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
How many women that you know? How many women do you know that you talk to on a daily basis? Give me a number. Is it 5 women, 10 women? Give me a number.
On a daily basis, women,
Yeah,
4. Outside
four.
of
Out of
4.
okay, out of those
My
four
circle is
women,
small, but even though my circle is small, does not mean I don't.
your small circle is still relevant to the majority.
Right. So
Okay, so stop. So listen with your ears. Don't listen with your emotion. Listen with your ears.
I'm not
Okay.
talking
Okay.
about
Let your boy rock out. All right.
I am.
Out of your 4 women, how many of them want a man to protect and provide for them?
How many?
Yeah, the
Mm,
4 women you talk to,
mm,
they want that man to love them, protect, and provide for them. When you ask a
mm.
woman,
Right.
the women that you talk to, when
Right.
you ask them what they want from a man, do they say, "I want a man that make good money or have a good job and protect and this"? What they care about
A man to respect them,
and what
love them.
and what?
What, have good money? I ain't never heard them say that.
So they don't want a man to make more money than them.
I never heard them say that.
Let me ask you a question. Do you prefer a man to make more money than you?
I don't know
Why not?
because I feel like if we in it together, we can get whatever. So
Oh,
no.
together. Oh, it's together. Okay.
You said
So
in a relationship, a person, right?
so if you are in a position where You physically cannot work, whether you're pregnant or sick or whatever. If you physically cannot work, would you prefer a man to make more money than you to make sure that he can provide for the house?
If we're together,
Yes,
yes.
exactly,
Mm,
exactly. So that's
mm.
what I'm saying. The
But no, here's the thing. If I no,
what's
honestly,
the thing?
no, I'm saying yes. But if you said if you're sick or pregnant or whatever, why I said go to, I feel like it should work as a couple if you're together. Because if we're gonna use the whole pregnancy thing. If I know that I'm pregnant, I'm gonna try to make sure we're okay during that whole pregnancy event.
But you can't.
And why not?
But you physically can't.
Yes, you can.
You
If
you
you're
you
working and
you're
you're
not.
pregnant, then you put
Listen, you're not going to be able to do the work that a man does if you're pregnant. A man can work 24, 48 hours with no sleep. He wouldn't even give a damn. You can't do that because you're pregnant.
why can't you do that?
Because you're pregnant. You can't do it.
Okay, tell you I was pregnant before working.
Okay, so what I'm saying is this: there is a caveat to what you're saying. Yes, what you're saying makes sense in a perfect world, like JB talked about. But in reality, it doesn't make sense because you're not able to do the same thing that a man does. You're not able to. A man is able to work in a certain capacity that you would never be able to work in because he doesn't get pregnant or he doesn't, even if he's sick. I know for a fact that I've been sick before and I
Right,
went to work like nothing happened.
right.
You know why? Because
Mm.
I'm a natural provider. I have to do it.
So women aren't natural providers.
No, you're not natural. You're natural nurturers. You're not natural providers. You
Okay,
nurture. That is
I would have to agree on that.
your nurturing ability is a part of your femininity that works.
right.
Okay, so hold on.
No, I'm listening.
But think about that. Your nurturing ability always worked.
Hmm.
It's the same
Mm.
thing as a man that works physically. He always worked physically because he has the capacity to do it because he's built for that. You're
Mm.
not built to do what we do.
Hmm.
That's the reason why your 30% is would be irrelevant because you all cannot do what we do. And it's okay. The problem is y'all don't think it's okay. Y'all try to do what men do and you can't. And then you complain about men who don't do what you do because you can't do what they do. Even a Pookie and a Ray Ray and a Nook Nook is providing and he's doing something. He's working. He's getting his bag. He's getting his money. That's the reason why a lot of y'all
Hey,
women
Rob.
go after those
I
niggas
do the same
because
thing,
they
bro.
make that money. But then all of a sudden, when he don't provide the emotional thing that you want, then it becomes a problem. That's because of how you operate. It has nothing to do with him.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that's the reason why it's a difference. This is what women need to
I,
understand about men. If you want a
I,
man in a certain capacity, you got to understand how that man operates.
Right.
If you don't know how that man operates, don't pursue him and don't
mm.
let him pursue you because you cannot fathom the way he is because
All right.
you don't
So,
know it.
Tay, let me introduce real quick. Like,
Yes, sir.
Tay, that's another branch to the vine that we were talking about. I'm not knocking you. That's another branch. I just want to
Please.
get back to what she was saying.
Yes.
So, about the common ground and the statistics she put up. I'm just going to reiterate what the fact that I said before is just for the fact of you got to think outside of yourself. You got to think outside of your area and the people that you talk to and all of that. If you don't have a general outscope as an individual of the woman species versus the man species, that your calculations is going to be off. So if we're talking about a generality of people in this society wanting to like a man getting with a woman, we're saying that it can happen. We're saying that it can. I don't know, Rob. Are you agreeing with that? Tay, are you agreeing with this?
Mm-hmm.
That it can happen as common ground.
Mm-hmm.
It can happen, But the way society is built, this is the only
today,
way. This is the only reason why we saying this. The
today,
way society is built, society is built based on the fact that I feel. We live in a I feel society.
all
I
day
feel
long.
like I'm right. I feel like I should be this person. I feel like I'm not bad as a person. That is all cap. You know what I'm saying? So if we're running that cap scenario with some other guy or some other woman that's running that same cap scenario, the probability is less than your figures that you're giving us. That's all we're saying. It's less than 30%. Because people are not real with each other. And if you really be genuinely honest with yourself, you would know if you can pick 10 people out of a common group, work, family, friends, they all do not get along. They just don't. They just don't get along. And with the fact of men and women, they just don't. They should, but they don't. It is based on what society is built. And then we're going to factor in people that's younger than us. We're going to factor in people that don't know the morals that you have. We're going to factor in all of them. So you mean to tell me out of the 100% pie that we're making, you're telling me that 30% out of all those people is going to make up the people that can have common ground? We're saying it's less than that. That's all we're saying. We're not saying that it doesn't work. We're saying that it's less than that. It is less than that. What B said, I was on, I'm gonna take my little 30 seconds on that. When B said, you know what I'm saying, like people place themselves, I'm gonna read it. Women can potentially place themselves in harm's way by accepting gifts from a person that they deliberately stringing along. That's facts.
I
It's
agree.
best to set ground rules and adhere to them or dead the situation entirely. That's what's up. The problem with what she said is not what she said, it's what people do. People do the exact freaking opposite of what she just said. That's what they do. They don't adhere to the situation entirely. They don't set ground rules. They just in it for them. How many people that you had to deal with in normal society that just in it for them? If you any type of person that work with a team, you would know there is at least two people out
Mm-hmm.
of 5 to 10 to 4 to 10 of 2 to 5. There's people that's looking out for themselves. You like, God damn, you at work.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. The commonality is lower than what you think.
Yeah.
It's just lower than that. It's just, you know what I mean? It can work. But the way it starts is between the people that it invested in. You as an individual might think differently, and based on what you commented on, you think differently. That
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. That means anybody that think differently along with you would be streamlined in that situation. We're
Mm-hmm.
saying that you don't meet that many people like that. You don't, and you know that. You
Mm-hmm.
do not meet that many people like that. And that's all we
And
saying.
th-
We
and that
can't
and
even put
that's
a,
the
you know what I mean?
and that's the reason why the value system is important.
Right.
Right.
Uh,
I get that.
you only value what you're interested in. When you
Mm-hmm.
interested in something, you value it. Even if it's bullshit, you value the bullshit that you do, whether it's drinking, hanging out, being with your girls, whatever what hell it is. You
Mm-hmm.
value it because it matters to you. And the
Mm-hmm.
thing about this question, can men and women come to a common ground in today's society? Only based on the value.
I agree with that.
It's the difference between something that can't work and something that won't work.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference.
We're not saying that it won't
What
work,
Jay
right?
is saying is what can't work.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
Right.
telling you what won't work. It ain't gonna work until we
Right.
value each other.
Right.
Period.
Right. Right.
Period. You can
Yeah.
cut it, slice it, cook it, however you want. It ain't gonna work until you value me. If
Mm-hmm.
me and you was together and
And
you
vice
didn't value
versa.
what I was as a man and the way I lead the
Vice versa.
family, you ain't gonna listen to me. You gonna
Mm-hmm.
do whatever the hell you want to do and do it your way and make it try to make sense for you so you won't look embarrassed. When you know damn well you should have stayed with me. You should have stayed with me. Because when you was with me, you was winning. Now you losing. You're losing.
You know why you losing? Shut
You're
up.
losing because you left the thing that make you valuable.
But that's what
We
happens. That's what
That's what
happens.
happens, and that is
Yeah.
what happens. A lot of times, women listen to me. I've been divorced since 2015, baby. You can't tell me shit about this. You left what made you valuable, and then you low key tried to holler back at the thing that made you valuable because you didn't want to be embarrassed. You did this to yourself. Fuck you.
Hmm.
You did this to yourself. I'm not about to validate your craziness.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what we do a lot. We validate each other's brokenness, craziness, stupidity, dumbness all the time and try to date each other and make a relationship happen out of thin air. It doesn't work.
Right. Right. It
So
doesn't work.
stop trying to
That's
make
all we're
something
saying.
work that doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Right. Because if it do, it do. It don't. It don't.
That's the
That's
reason
just
why
it
we
is what
can't
it is.
that's the reason why we can't come to a common ground.
You can't
Because
tell each other nothing.
it don't work.
Yeah.
The
It is what
method
it
that
is.
we do to each other doesn't work. So then we have to break it down. What is it that I value? When I figure out what it is that I value, then I will give it the time and attention that it needs. But if I
Right.
don't give it the time and attention that it needs, I don't value it.
All right. Yeah.
And if I
Tay.
don't value that, then it is what it is.
Tay.
Yes, sir.
Real talk, man. Let's be respectful to our fans. Let's be
Absolutely.
respectful to the viewers. Let's just go ahead and start on time. Let's go ahead and get a good ending. Let's go ahead and do that. Hey, if anybody want to keep talking about it, my Instagram is up there. Tay is. Rob,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I
Yeah.
understand. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all can contact us about it. It is what it is. Y'all can email us at in the inbox or whatnot. We can keep this conversation going forever. We have Mailroom After Dark that we're gonna do and run into the topics and we can just run forever. We can just do it. Like it is what it is. I shout out to Miss Smiley. She came up on the panel. I suggest that everybody should come up. If you got a viewpoint like she did, let's come up and talk about it. Let's just go ahead and do it. I think this is positive. Right. I think this is positive confirmation about what we need to address. I think this is really what it is. So, Rob, I'm going to give you the reins, man. Let's just go ahead and end the show. We had a palm show today, so let's go ahead and do it. But don't forget us to hit us up at the times we're at. We are on the show for only, we try to do a little 2 hours or whatnot. It is what it is, but we can't get everything in 2 hours. So we're going to come back. We're going to come give it to you again. It is what it is. But yet, we do have an email address. You can't jump on the panel like she just did. Like, just let's just go ahead and do what we do. If you put Q&A in here, we keep them. We go ahead and store them for the next time we roll up in. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's just go ahead and be cordial to the time frame that we told our viewers. So that's all I'm saying, man.
Is it okay? Is it okay if I do something real quick? Rob, if it's okay with you.
You got that? Yeah.
You're the moderator, man. So I just want to make sure it's okay if I green light something real quick.
Is it quick?
Oh yes, it's gonna be quick because
all right.
To say about it.
All right.
So I'm gonna do something real quick, and hey man, I love y'all, man. But can we?
Okay.
Can I just? It's okay.
Okay. All right. Let's run it if you run it.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to
All
Tay
right.
man. Hey, shout out to Tay man.
I
That
ain't
boy
want
All
to
is,
say
right.
that, man.
he had it in his pocket is what it is. Rob, talk about it, bro.
All right. Yeah, thank you for everybody for tuning in. Y'all know we got our time frame, but sometimes we gotta hit. Sometimes it take a little longer than the time we expect. So it is what it is. But as you saw, we
Yeah.
do have a movie review show coming. So if you into movies, if you love talking about all type of things from the plot to the characters to the acting, we do have a movie review coming. So please stay tuned for that. Now, again, we appreciate y'all for staying with us. I told y'all we had a good show today, man, and we had a lot
Awesome
of
show,
topics.
man.
We had a lot of topics that are gonna, what I'm saying, they're gonna strike some nerves. They're gonna strike some thoughts. It's gonna strike some insight. So we hope y'all enjoyed today. But yeah, just make sure you hit us up on all our platforms, like Jay said. Hit us up in our email, the mailroom313 at yahoo.com. Any topics, and we appreciate y'all, man. We about to sign off. We love and appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know what it is, bro. Thank you for Miss Smiley for jumping into the fire for the Q&A. And
That's what's up.
the mailroom show, man. We'll holler at y'all.